Hello, fellow homebrewers. JP here, and I want to introduce to you the brand new Brewbuilt X1 Conical Series available at More Beer. More Beer sells the highest standard in homebrewing equipment, and the Brewbuilt Conicals are just that. They're made from mirror-polished 304 stainless steel, and they come with loads of features that you and I have been looking for. They have a full 2-inch bottom dump valve, which will eliminate your clogging issues, while the sturdy base includes 4 reinforced legs, just like those big Pro tanks do. More Beer also carries the Brewbuilt line of options and add-ons like casters, pressure kits, and even external glycol chillers. So you can find out more about the new Brewbuilt X1 Conical Unitanks by going over to morebeer.com for detailed videos on the entire line of Brewbuilt Conicals. You can trust Brewbuilt with your next fermentation, and you can trust More Beer to find the right conical for you. Brewbuilt at morebeer.com.
Home brewers, craft brewers, beer lovers, beer drinkers.
Get ready for an all-new experience in information exchange and beer culture.
Your only source for live beer radio that brings expert brewers from around the globe
right to your home.
You're not just listening to broadcasters, it's the Brewcasters
on the Brewing Network.
Unbelievable, everybody. Broadcasting live. It's been 1 year the Brewing Network has come to life, and we're at the 21st Amendment in San Francisco. Wow. And in true form, Doc, just like the very first show, I forgot to turn your mic on again.
Yeah, I noticed that. I thought it was on purpose, actually.
I don't believe in starting on a new foot. I'm just going to repeat the same thing that we did last year. What's our second show? Let's look at the archives.
You are archiving this?
Probably not.
Yeah, in true form.
I am. The archive is running. For the next year, we're just going to replay everything we've already done. I'm going to put it in rotation, and
we're on hiatus.
This is our grand finale, everybody. No, not really. The 21st Amendment in San Francisco is the place to be right now. I'm drinking our very own beer, TBN Bach, it's called. The Brewing Network Bach. You can come up to the loft or even the bar downstairs and grab one yourself. How much are they? Like 75 cents today, Sean? We're just giving the beer away, right? Sean's throwing daggers at me.
Bad idea. He's pushing people out of the way to get up to this mic.
Pull the plug! Pull it out!
Cut it!
Lots of listeners, lots of brewers here today. It's really a big turnout, and thanks everybody for hanging out and celebrating with us. We're just going to have fun for the next... I should do it like I did the first show, right? We're going to have fun for like the next 45 minutes, and then the show will be over.
Yeah.
And then as you guys are falling asleep at 9 o'clock, we'll still be going.
Yeah, we will.
Me, Doc, and Oz will be going anyway.
Oh, yeah.
We got a lot of games planned for you today. We're going to have a good time with everybody. Of course, we invented it, and stolen first and then reinvented it. Beer Jeopardy, we're going to do that at the first part of the show. And it's extra special Beer Jeopardy today because we're going to have big teams. We're going to do, I think we've got 4 teams of 2 people each, and it's going to be some fierce competition. John, everybody's hoping that for the...
I studied for the last 2 days, so I'm ready.
It's been a year, and you've not won a single Beer Jeopardy.
I think I'm the worst person here. So.
I think you placed second once.
Yeah, against Dan Gordon. That's okay. I don't study.
He just pulls out.
He's been drinking.
Yeah.
JP, you want your microphone on?
Sure.
There you go.
And that's the rest of us.
The whole Brewcast crew is hanging out here. Pope Jamil, he'll be around later too. He's walking
over
around.
there.
He has a crown on.
Yeah.
He does have his own
the wrong
crown.
hat.
He has to be escorted in.
His own.
Security guards.
We're waiting for it to be
It's
escorted.
the wrong hat.
He's carried on one of those floating platforms.
It's adjustable. It has elastic, so as his ego grows, it gets bigger too.
So I'll be honest, I was a lot more nervous about today's show than I was the very first show.
Why is that?
I don't know. I puked though.
Did you really?
No, I didn't.
No, I actually believed you.
He puked after the show.
Yeah, I'll be puking. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be happy when this thing's over because, mostly because I'm gonna be hammered. But just to get it out of the way, 1 year of good brewcasting, and we can start the next year. We got a great lineup of new guests already coming in, and looking forward to good things. So all the brewers that we have here today, we're going to get them on the microphone for you, spend a little time, of course, with Sean, and Vinny's here. He did the Free FM show with us today. And all sorts. I think I saw Arnie rolling around here. Chris White's right in front of me. It's an all-star cast. If you can still make it down to the 21st Amendment, you should do it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got prizes to give away. I think we're doing a raffle for all you folks here. We got a bunch of good stuff to give out. And basically everything that I haven't decided to keep, we'll give to you. Which is like shirts and little big coolers
bottle
and stuff.
openers.
Yeah, that's what you guys get. All right, no news this week because we're the news. The news is the Brewing Network's anniversary party, so I'm not doing any crazy beer news for you.
We survived.
But I do have to give you listener feedback because that's what we're all about here, and this party's for you guys much more than it is for us. You're the ones who made it all happen. So I got lots of feedback this week, Doc. Can you even believe it?
No.
It starts with Anonymous Jamil sending in...
Oh, it's back. It's back. I love Anonymous Jamil. Great.
I don't even think he says happy anniversary on this one, that bastard.
Asshole.
But what does he start out with?
Justin, you no-talent hack. I know Doc has been jonesing for an email from me, but I've been busy saving the brewing world. I just got back from Uruguay, where I single-handedly saved their entire brewing industry. I blessed their water, and gave them some yeast from my underwear, and let them peek under my robe. All is well in Uruguay again. On my return, I was shocked to hear you on 106.9 Free FM. Congratulations on finding a radio station even more desperate than the Brewing Network.
Wow.
All right. Clearly the free means free to be a fuck-up and still be on the radio. All bleeping is only for the families down there. I love that I can say whatever I want. And another thing, why is Sean O'Sullivan in the studio all the time? Is it because the crew at the 21st Amendment threw him out? What I heard is that they caught him playing hide the baloney with the watermelons for the wheat beer. He told them he was just making it special with his love. And what's up with the name for the anniversary beer? I told you to name it the Popinator, because you owe everything to me for providing something other than gay grab-ass radio. JP, he might have a point there.
Well, hey.
Speaking of which, I don't think that the Stink Meat show should get any worse, but you've really hit bottom. What's up with JP and his stupid fake accent on Cinco de Mayo? That was pretty bad,
That was
JP.
really bad.
Well, I mean, you know, you do what you can, and I did, and it didn't work.
You can tell how many people listen to Lunch Meat, because all the Lunch Meat jokes are just like going right to the bottom.
I don't understand.
Yeah. You know that sometimes people speak with an accent because they've bothered to learn more than 2 languages. JP, you're barely able to speak English. You should stop twisting your nipples during the show so you can do everything in sign language instead. P.S. Daniela is still hot, except when she spaces out during the show and has no idea what's going on. Which has been a trend lately. The more comfortable Daniela gets on the radio, the more she goes to sleep.
She gets absorbed into the chat room, and she's over there giggling and typing, and
Good point, Dr.
not even
Scott.
knowing what we're doing.
Yeah, that's not acceptable.
I just don't care.
Tell those married, horny, beer-guzzling idiots in the chat room to stop private chatting her so that she can be a part of the show again. Yours lovingly, Pope Jamil.
All right.
Yeah.
Last email of the first year. Man, I'm excited to see everybody here. It's good stuff. You can join us in the chat room, obviously, thebrewingnetwork.com. Thank you, JP. There's a chat room there if you want to ask us questions. The phones aren't working today because we're not at home in the studio. So no call-ins. You're going to have to do it via Daniela in the chat and join her there. She'll get all your questions answered as usual. How about a nice one? Hey, Justin, I think your show sucks.
That's nice.
Because you keep talking about beer that I can't get here in New York. I can't even find Alaskan smoked porter here. So that's a good time to cheer for the Northern California West Coast beer scene, I think. We do get to talk about that. He wants me to do him a favor and send him a can of 2-1-A's Watermelon Wheat, a can of their IPA, and, of course, the TBN Anniversary beer. And, of course, he'll pay for shipping, and in exchange wants to send us, Doc, his award-winning American IPA. Scored 36 points in the NHC.
Nice.
Yeah. So we have to send beer. He wants to exchange it with this. Good work. Nice job. Keep it up. Yay. Hey, guys, and Daniela, just wanted to drop you a line. This is a good one. Occasionally we get really nice ones. Just want to drop you a line and say thanks for the great info. Listen to the archives while I mountain bike a couple of days a week, and it takes my mind off the pain of the lactic acid buildup. I don't brew myself, but I own a brew pub in Ventura and always find that the more I know about brewing, the better. I use the info I learned from your team of experts to educate our guests here at the brew pub. I'm afraid of what they learn off of this show. Helps his brewer keep up on the goings-on in the news. And says very supportive of the local homebrew clubs. Donates lots of stuff. Love the show. Keep up the great work. If you're ever passing through Ventura, make sure to track him down and find him. That, I think, is actually the first brew pub owner who has thanked us for the information. Usually we're begging and thanking them.
It only took a year.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, the webcam's working, huh? Is this the first time we have Brewing Network video? Everybody smile. You're being shown all over the world right now. Or at least in Nebraska. The Vinny Puppet wrote to us, Jameel. He, another nice... is the Vinny Puppet here today? The Vinny Puppet, of course. What would he do today, except for be here to make fun of us? He says, quite simply, F you, happy first birthday. Touch this, the Vinny Puppet.
Touch the bell. Touch the bell.
He's a man of few words.
I can see bell right here, baby.
Gets right to the point. Okay. Last one? Got time for another one?
Sure.
Oh, we got all night, baby.
Dear asshats.
maybe we don't.
I want you to know how upset I am that I can't make the anniversary show. I live outside Philly, but that actually would not have stopped me. Only a life and death situation could stop me, and it did. My wife and I are having our first child. We're going to get induced tomorrow, which actually would have been yesterday. And if all goes well, we'll have our baby this weekend, maybe even on the 4th. Don't let my wife know, but I would love to have a TBN anniversary baby. And I would even name her Fuggles if she didn't already know it was a hop.
Or Floofa. Floofa works.
That's a good one. Seriously, though, you guys have created something spectacular, whether intentionally or not. It's not easy to find a place where you can get the kind of support we all get from this community. Many other forums take a much more howdy approach, and people who are way sub-Jameel act like they're too good to even crap on my head, he says. Let alone help me out with Brewing Problem or just be a friend. It's not that way with the TBN. And he makes a good point there. I'm glad that it came through. It's all about the community here, and we're glad to help the homebrewers and have a little fun and give you drunken Dr. Scott every week.
I'm working on it, baby.
All right, so a little rundown of the games that we've got in store for you based on that drunken Scott comment. We're going to play a little game that we like to call Guess What Oz Blew.
And it's not John, in case you guys are wondering.
We're going to play that all show long. And the other night, I'll give you guys a little hint so you guys just have a little insight, give you an educated guess. On Oz's first night in here, Oz, if you don't know him, is one of our very cool listeners. Flew out from Australia just for this. He blew a .216 on his first night here.
And proud of it, man.
And you could hardly tell that he drank something.
Oh, you couldn't tell at all. He was still ready to go out and play rugby.
He was a little slow, but that's it.
Yeah, it was.
I think he's normally slow.
So we're going to play Guess What Oz Blew all show long. We'll give him a little time. What time did you start today, Oz? You must have been drinking semi-early.
Around lunchtime, 12 o'clock.
Okay, around lunchtime, so you've been drinking for 5 hours already.
Just a short day.
So,
wasn't that breakfast time for you?
That was breakfast.
Okay.
There's oatmeal in stout. Oatmeal's breakfast.
That is breakfast. That's very true.
Liquid bread.
So we'll take our first reading, I think, after we play Beer Jeopardy, which will be our next segment after the break.
So you want me to slow down a little bit now so I don't blow up the machine?
Yeah, you might want to do that. Jameel, how high up does the machine even read? Does it go up above 2.5 or something? Is that can you live? It goes to 9.9. So not high enough, you're saying. All right.
The night is still young.
Yeah.
We will see what happens.
Okay. So we're going to do that all show long with you, Oz. And everybody at home gets to play. Just join the chat room. I'll tell you when we're about to do Guess What Oz Blew, and you guys can make some guesses. And then we'll kind of go around to a few people in the room, and you can see where you think he's at.
So why don't we just play Peak the Meter?
Yeah, that's where it is. And the thing is, I got a feeling that Oz and Doc are going to have a little competition going on, even if it's inadvertently.
You're on, Doc.
Oh, we're there, baby.
We're going to find him in an alley.
Hey, do we have a hurl bucket for the way home?
Yes, we do.
Okay,
so like I said, this entire show will be completely devoid of any good beer or homebrew information. We're just here to have a good time and
good fun show.
Celebrate. You can send in your questions to the chat room. I'll try to ask them, but I'm probably not going to get you a straight answer and just end up urinating myself anyway. So when we come back, we're going to do Beer Jeopardy. Have we got our teams ready for Beer Jeopardy already? Are those all made up? Not yet. So you got to get them ready. All right. We're going to have 4 teams of 2 people each for
That's 8 people.
A super, something like that.
Do I get a handicap?
You are a handicap.
You are the handicap, John.
Yeah.
Okay, John, that's 7 people.
Who are we going to get? We got to stack the deck with John. Who does John get?
I choose Vinny.
You want Vinny as your guy?
Yeah.
Do we not have any pre-assigned teams, Daniela?
No, we don't.
We don't. You want Vinny, huh, John?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Should get some team captains and let them choose.
It doesn't work like that, though.
No?
If they chose, John would be picked last, just like in elementary school.
Dodgeball.
How does it work, Daniel?
It works like that. We're going to have the listeners out here who are willing to play the game with us write their name down on a piece of paper.
Okay.
And then we're going to draw names randomly, and we're going to say this person plays with Vinny, this person plays with blah, blah, blah.
That's going to take a long time. We got to do this in 5 minutes.
We can do it in 5 minutes.
All right, get to work. Start signing your names if you want to play Beer Jeopardy with us. We'll draw them out of a hat. You got approximately 4 minutes and 45 seconds to get that rolling, so you can do that. And then when we come back, we'll play a little Beer Jeopardy. You're listening to the first anniversary party of the Brewing Network, everybody. We're live from the 21st Amendment in San Francisco. Stick with us. We're going to have a lot of fun for the next couple of hours.
You're listening to the Brewcasters. On the Brewing Network. The Brewing Network, saving your life, one beer at a time.
Yeah, you're back with the Brewing Network. Live from the 21st Amendment.
Cheers, everybody.
That was fun. I was excited.
Live from the 2-1A Brew Pub, celebrating 1 year of drunken... good information with the Brewing Network, everybody. And lots of people hanging out here. You still have time to come down. I'm drinking the TBN Bach myself.
So am I.
It's good.
Daniela's recipe, which was brewed by Sean O'Sullivan here. And I don't know, I think it's pretty damn good, actually.
It's my third one.
Yeah, you liking
I'm
it?
warming up here. Yeah.
John said it smelled funny the last time he had it, but now it's good?
It's amazing what filtration
John
can
smells funny.
Yeah, John
Once
does.
in a while I do.
John does smell funny, that's very true. All right, everybody, we're getting ready for Beer Jeopardy, but first I got to get Vinny Cilurzo over here and Sean O'Sullivan. I need both of them to come over to the broadcast table. Little thing that they got to do. We're getting our teams together for Beer Jeopardy. Going to be drawing names, and it's going to be a good time. I like our categories. I picked out some of my favorites over the past year to do with you guys, some of the most popular ones, and I think it's going to be a good time. Everybody's happy about that. JP, you feeling all right?
I'm feeling great.
TBN Bach for you also?
Of course.
Okay, good for you. I think I'm going to switch over to the IPA in a little while, though. Well, it's
I want to get
stronger.
I want to get angry.
It's not stronger. It's 6.5%.
John wants to get
the
angry.
TBN Bach is 6.5%. Absolutely, that's a big beer. I love it.
Did you hear what John just said?
I'm on an empty stomach. No,
I want to get bitter and angry.
He wants to get angry.
It happens every time that he gets a little.
Did you
drunk,
guys see Pope Jamil?
Yeah, with his crown.
No, not with his crown anymore.
Pope Jamil is now wearing, and I'm sure you can see it on the video cam. If not now, it'll be there real soon. That link is right on our main page, by the way. If you haven't found the webcam link, you can go right to thebrewingnetwork.com, and it's on the main page. Pope Jamil actually has his Pope hat on, and it's amazing, although I don't know why I'm surprised, Doc, that you know how to make even a Pope hat.
I know way too much stuff.
This guy can make anything.
Scott is a Renaissance man.
So that's really nice work, actually, Doc. Everybody's got funny hats today. John had a princess crown a little bit earlier. There he goes. We'll try to get all that on the webcam for you so that you can see what's happening. I'm looking across the room right now, seeing Roger from Drake's is hanging out with us, too. Maybe we can get him in on the Guess What Oz Blue a little later, too, see if he can compete in that category.
Guess what Roger Blue I think is a good game.
All right, so I got Vinny Cilurzo over here, who's looking for Sean, who's apparently on hiatus. So we'll just put that on hold for a second. I know he wants to do a little something there. How did you like the FM show, Vinny? Did you have a good time there?
Yeah, the FM show was great.
You like their studio better than ours, don't you, Vinny?
They didn't have draft beer at their studio.
That's true. Yeah. I'm working on that. I'm talking to them. So you guys get a kegerator in here.
It's comfortable. It's nice. They have people to work on everything for you, but they don't have draft beer.
They have air conditioning.
Yeah. Although they didn't when we walked in today. It was like 87 degrees in there.
It was.
We now have air conditioning at the Brewing Network studios, which is really the biggest testament of us moving up in the world. Never mind all these people hanging out and all the listeners we have. It's actually air conditioning that proves you're you're successful. At least that's what my mom told me.
We can afford
in
the bill
trailer.
then.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to do some Beer Jeopardy. I should read you guys off the categories while we're waiting for Sean to find his way back to his own brewery. The categories today for Beer Jeopardy, everybody. And have you drawn the names, Oz? Are we ready to go on that? You still got to do it. Daniela, go ahead.
Sorry for interrupting. Are we still showing the video? Because people say the man must have passed out because they only see a laptop.
He's probably there where Sean is.
He's moving. There he goes. He's moving again.
There it is.
Your categories today for Beer Jeopardy are going to be cheers. That's a new category for us. The second category is going to be guess the guest who wouldn't have associated with us if we didn't have so many goddamn listeners.
So we weren't important enough
until that happened. To beer or not to beer is our next category. And the last one will be random things that Oz found on Google. Will be our
God only knows.
I like our sexy page turner over there, Bub.
Thank you, Bub.
Yeah. Now
we imported him all the way from the Midwest.
We don't have a final Jeopardy today, so it's winner take all in the first round. That's what we're going to have to do. And if there's a tie, they get to split the prize. What are we giving away today for the winner of Beer Jeopardy, Danielle?
Give it away.
For the winner of Beer Jeopardy, we're giving away...
I think it's a refractometer.
So many things. We're going to give away the refractometer, I think.
Thank you to Beer, and More Beer.
Refractometer.
The refractometer.
Is that like the Popinator, Tim? It's the same thing.
The refractometer.
What?
Everything.
A refractometer. Okay, Sean's back in the room. Vinny Chilurzo has got the microphone. Welcome, and I think you got something to say to the big Sean.
Yeah, I need Sean.
Help us out with the Brew Network. Somebody throw something at Sean. So I got a French fry right here. Let me see if I can hit the guy. Get over here, Sean.
Bad catch, buddy.
That's a good shot, though.
I actually did hit him with a French fry.
Go over and nuzzle up to Vinny.
Yeah, nuzzle up with JP.
Nuzzle up with Vinny. Or JP. Nah,
sit on my lap, Sean. Hey, Sean.
You're safer over there, Vinny.
All right.
Hey, Sean.
Settle down.
Let me clear a spot for you to sit down.
Hey, just take your hat off.
Go ahead, Vinny.
All right,
the floor is yours.
Before I give a gift to Sean that we brought back, something else.
Ooh.
This is for the Brewing Network.
Oh, yeah.
It's a giant damnation bottle.
Thank you.
It's huge. What is that?
It is
How many liters is that?
That is a massive bottle.
3 liters.
Wow.
3 liters.
That's beautiful.
Awesome.
Oh, no, the Vinny puppet is here.
And this one is for Sean.
Oh, my God.
But this is only the side gift.
Oh, is that right? Wow. Yeah, that's only another bottle.
What's in your bag of tricks over there?
It's a big bottle.
Yeah. You ever seen one that big?
No, I'm Irish.
It all comes in 6-packs.
Okay, the next gift.
Now, 2 years ago, Sean called me about cans. He wouldn't. He was so against canned beer, and I had to talk him into it. He wouldn't do it. He was like, oh, I don't know about cans. It's so 1950s. This was at the same time when he was thinking about making a watermelon beer.
and he probably had the same conversation with you.
I didn't. I
don't want to brew with watermelon. I don't know.
I was like a little girl. I didn't know what to do on my first date or something like that with beer.
So while we were in Belgium, we brought you a couple cans. Well, this one is Czech Republic.
They're actually wrapped in aluminum foil. They're very secretive.
Beers.
It's top secret cans that Vinny's given to
Sean. Oh my God!
It's really a brick of
hat. It is in fact possible to get Pilsner or Kel
in the can.
In the can. Oh my God!
Now that's a good beer then.
Now from Belgium, even better. So don't feel bad that you're putting your watermelon beer in cans.
Why do I feel bad about that? It's going to put my kid through school.
Sean was feeling real bad about that.
Yeah. That's Ian, right?
Yeah. You got me on that one, Scott.
Okay. Another can.
It's a Premium Creek.
In a can.
It's a cherry beer in a can.
Yeah.
It's been done. I'm done. I'm out of here.
Show's over for Sean.
It's Lambic Creek in a can that we brought back.
God.
See, I was so wrong that good things don't come in a can.
It's surprising. It looks like a Red Bull or something like that.
It does.
It really looks. I thought you were going to pull out a Red Bull.
Thank you very much.
That's cool. Thanks, Vinny. That's.
I mean, the Damnation big bottle, cask condition or bottle condition. That's all right, but these cans are fucking awesome.
That's great. Cool. Some good gifts for Sean here at the 21st Amendment. See Arnie from Marin Brewing Company hanging out with us today, too. Awesome. Lots of people hanging out. It's very cool. All right. Let me make a couple quick statements here, and we'll get into our Beer Jeopardy thing. I do have to say that over the past year, one of the people that has been the most helpful to the Brewing Network in terms of introducing us to the industry and giving us a heads up and kind of putting in the good word for us, because it's a tight-knit group, these craft brewers. You know, you gotta perform for them to come talk to you. You gotta show them that you're the good stuff, and you need a little help sometimes. And actually, Sean O'Sullivan has been such a supporter of the Brewing Network, and every time I've ever seen him at a beer festival or a dinner or a beer event, he makes a point of introducing me to everybody in the room that he knows, to this idiot over in the corner, and I got beer radio show, guys. And it's really made it happen, because those guys really kind of end up coming on the show. So, Sean O'Sullivan, for all the help you've given us, obviously for letting us use your place today to have a big party, we really appreciate it. So big props to Sean O'Sullivan for all the help.
Thanks, Sean.
Yeah, Sean, you rock.
One of the guys who...
we love you, Sean. Sean. Love.
Wouldn't be in the same place without Sean.
Hey, you know what? It just proves that you can ride the short bus and still make it.
That's right.
You just opened yourself up to that one. The short bus?
Doc's short bus is him compensating with his Hummer. We made fun of you behind your back about that the other day, Doc.
Just the other day?
Yeah, that was the latest time, actually.
Yeah, I'll bet.
The other people that I want to thank, and a couple of them are here today, I saw running around, some of the people that work there, is, of course, you guys all know it since the very first show, Beer, and More Beer has been a sponsor and a supporter of the BN, and we honestly wouldn't be anywhere without those guys. So thank you to everybody over at morebeer.com. Giveaways to all the listeners, giveaways to us.
Yeah.
So, good company.
Those guys are very handsome young men as well, and they're very smart.
Good thing they hired you.
I balance them out.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember from the very first show the weird German friend I had in the studio?
Oh, yeah.
Flo, the beer expert from Germany.
Yeah.
He's hanging out in the chat room with us tonight celebrating. It's like 2 a.m. in Germany, 2:30, and he's still celebrating with us.
Oh, that's great.
Props to you, Flo.
Thank you.
Right.
Good work. All right, I do have to let you all know about something, listeners at home. I need you to do this. This is for the Brewing Network. It's a BN-sanctioned event, and it's a beer contest. You guys love to enter these things anyway. Daniela and I are going to be entering it, and it's our first homebrew competition.
Yes.
And we need all the BNers to enter this competition. Go to hopheads.com, www.hopheads.com for all the information. It's the 19th annual Southern California Regional Homebrew Championship, and what I want to happen is I want the Brewing Network to sweep all the categories. When they do the awards ceremony, which is actually on a Sunday, so we might get to get them on the phone and broadcast it, I want nothing but Brewing Network names.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll make that happen.
So, Jameel, you're only allowed to enter in like a couple of those categories, because then it'll just all be Jameel names. But so that maybe Daniela's Great Beer can have a chance. Don't enter, other. Just got to keep it to a minimum. But I'm not just talking about Jameel and John and guys that we already know can win competitions. I want everybody to show up and do this. All you listeners, if you've never entered a competition, neither have I. This is the one. And it does help out the Brewing Network. You're always asking how you can help. This is how. So every one of you that join, go to hopheads.com. I'm also going to be posting a coupon on our website, so you get $1 off for your entry. So,
Justin, you've never entered a competition?
Never. And I'm going to do it. And even if I have a bad beer, I'm going to do it.
What about your Star Sand brew?
If I hadn't dumped it out, I should have put that into a competition.
What about the beer you just brewed with Oz?
We'll see how it turns out. Oz and I's beer is fermenting at like 900 degrees right now.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Think it's going to be good?
And most of the brew time was all AM.
Yeah. Well, you started.
I left at 1:30 and they hadn't even sparged yet.
Yeah.
That's true. We finished brewing at 5 a.m. on Saturday morning. Is what I think it was. It was
and your hop break is still in the bottom of your kettle too.
But I think I slowed you down a little bit.
I've not cleaned anything. I left it all. All right. Are we ready to do some Beer Jeopardy, Oz?
We are. We've got the names. We're going to draw them out of the orange hat.
Okay, beautiful.
Orange hat.
We've got our official Brewing Network Jane hat, and we'll tell you we've got some great things in store for that a little bit later in the year.
Austin was wearing that hat, and it's very sweaty. And
that's an evil hat.
Right now,
It's wet.
We will be smell good.
Drawing names for Beer Jeopardy out of that. Now, who are the teams that these names get to join? It's Chicken Boy.
Yes.
That's one of them. It's, of course, it's Doc. It's the Good Doctor. You get to maybe be paired up with the Good Doctor. It's Jameel, right? Is Jameel in on this?
Doc's ass.
And
JP?
no, one brewer too.
No, we need someone smart.
And who wants to play?
Sean.
Vinny or
Sean?
Sean's going to play. Are you going to play Beer Jeopardy?
We're going to have Dr. Scott.
Yeah.
We're going to have John.
Okay.
We're going to have Vinny. And we're going to have Sean, right?
Okay, do it. So everybody get over there. Vinny's got to go.
Everybody get over here.
Arnie, you want to play Beer Jeopardy?
Get it.
All right, we'll make Arnie our brewer because Vinny's got to go. Okay, so draw our names, and what do you want to draw for first? Chicken Boy?
You're touching me.
Let's do it.
All right, the unlucky person who gets Chicken Boy. It's going to get a lot worse than that,
Chicken Boy, you're going to draw it yourself.
You're touching me, man.
You don't want to? All right, Oz is going to draw.
All right, now drawing out of the official Brewing Network Jane hat. Chicken Boy, your partner is...
Boob.
Nice.
Bring on the boob.
I quit.
Boob, who is also flown in just for the anniversary party.
We have imported boobs, much like you have.
The ante just went up.
He flew in this morning. You got to leave tomorrow morning.
That's a strong team.
It's Brewing Network dedication at its best. Right there with the boob.
I'm going to sit on
Big applause.
Boy's lap.
Yeah, you are.
You do that.
All right, so now I'm going to draw for who?
Draw for Arnie. Where's Arnie? He's over there. Okay, so to be partnered with Arnie from Marin Brewing. Are you going to play, Arnie? You good? Okay, from Marin Brewing Company.
I'm drawing, Arnie.
Who is the lucky listener to do that?
And the lucky person is Neva Parkin.
Parkin, all right.
Neva from White Labs, actually. If you ever listen to the Lunch Meat Show, and of course you don't, I just thought I'd say that.
No, everyone does. You have to tell them that they do, and then they will.
If you ever listen to the Lunch Meat Show, Neva is actually a frequenter on there, and she works for White Labs Yeast Company. Chris White and his brother are both here today. White and White are here today.
How white could they be?
Okay, so Neva, you're paired up with Arnie right there. That's you two are in Beer Jeopardy with us. Okay, why don't we go ahead and draw for Doc now?
All right, Dr. Scott.
Lucky person who gets the Good Doctor. And Dr. Scott was so sick of having to... He's not good at just yet... Well, he's good at blurting things out. Everybody knows that. But he's not good at it when it's under pressure and he's got to buzz in with his noise. So he actually made us a whole light board. You actually get to buzz in now.
Doc doesn't need a handicap.
And the lucky person playing with Dr. Scott is Christian K. I cannot pronounce it.
Nice.
Need another brewer in here. Christian, is that from the Christian from Triple Rock?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's a strong team right there.
Oh, there he is right there. All right, awesome. You're hiding behind the light. I can hardly see
cool.
it. Okay, so we got one more. So just with JP now, right?
Is it JP?
Are you our other contestant?
Sure. I don't know.
What about Sean? He's not playing?
No, Sean's not playing.
All right, JP.
Sean's running around playing host and...
Christian, we're blue, my favorite
Really,
color.
he's just getting hammered. He's not doing anything important.
I don't get to say my sound, though. I don't get to blurt out my sound.
No, you do.
Oh,
You do.
really?
I'll explain that in a minute.
Oh, nice.
Everyone still gets to blurt out their sound. Okay, the lucky guest who gets to play with JP?
It's Mark Cabrera.
Mark Cabrera.
From Firestone.
Ooh.
Mark Cabrera, please come over to the table. And then we have all of our contestants for Beer Jeopardy, the anniversary Beer Jeopardy on the Brewing Network. And I'll give you guys the categories once again so we can get to that. The Beer Jeopardy board is to my right. Maybe we can get that on the webcam. Boob will no longer be our Vanna White because now he's a contestant. So maybe anybody who can just pull down the numbers as they go. Maybe Gooch, who flew out from Jersey to hang out with us. He's here. Gucci Pilot.
Hey, don't move too quickly there, Gucci. You know.
You can pull down the numbers as people go. You're our Vanna White, Gucci, and we appreciate it. You're not. You're a little bit uglier, but not much.
Bigger boobs, though.
He does have bigger boobs than Vanna White. That's very true. All right, your categories today, once again, and you folks here can see them, but for you listeners at home, if you want to play along, the categories are cheers, and that's 100 points through 400 points for every category. Guests who wouldn't have associated with us if we didn't have so many damned listeners.
Hell yeah.
To beer or not to beer, and the last category is random things Oz found on Google, and that's my favorite category for the day. You can be sure of it. I think, as usual, I'll go ahead and just pick a random person to start out because that's.
I don't have my partner here, by the way.
Who? Mark Cabrera.
Shut up, Scott. All right.
Have a Mark Cabrera.
Where's Mark?
Mark needs to come play with
carry on your own.
Yeah. Draw
like
another
you don't
name.
have a partner.
I could do that.
Daniela, draw another name.
Draw another one?
Yeah. Let's wait a minute. Now, I want to explain to you how it works. You all have your own buzzers, okay? And that's a light system so that we can actually figure out who was the first to buzz in, which we never could do before. It was always at, like, my arbitrary opinion about who said the thing first. But Doc being totally sick of
I got
that.
hosed a couple of times on that one.
So now
you got hosed.
Oz will be watching the lights. But you got to remember, folks, this is still radio, and this is a listener party, so you still have to do your sounds.
Nice.
So as you're buzzing, you have to make your sounds for the folks at home. Chicken Boy, please tell us what your sound is for the day.
Woohoo!
No, that's not your sound.
No, that's not your sound.
That's your sound.
I'll do it in rhythm too.
You have to. That's what you did the first time.
I got another name.
You got okay, draw.
It's
okay.
Pope Jamil.
Oh, the dream team.
I know.
Pope Jamil is now
But these guys have
teamed
to
up
play
with
for a
JP.
listener.
Okay.
That's fine.
Arnie and Neva, our second team. You have your buzzer, but you also need a sound. So one of you is going to have to come up with a sound to buzz in with.
You got a sound you're going to make for us?
You have to make a sound
You
for
also have to
when
talk
it
into
is
the
that you
microphone, too.
buzz in. Yeah, we might have to shrink that mic down a little bit. Neva's about the size of Doc, so get the microphone lower. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. All right.
Sound, Neva.
Anybody got a sound? Any sound. Could be anything.
How about a
Arnie?
How about burp?
Burp,
There
that's
you go.
fine. And if you get a real burp, I'll give you the question automatically. Okay, JP and Jamil.
Our sound is clang. I'm going to go with the standard classic clang.
Clang.
Clang. That means out in Mandarin.
JP, always the creative. Tune in to Lunch Meet on Fridays for things like clang. Doc, what's your and Christian's sound for the day?
Talk about creative.
Okay. And then, of course, Oz is going to help us out watching the light switch.
Yeah, Oz, don't focus on one light and kind of
Everybody test your
blank
lights,
out.
please. It's very colorful. It looks a lot like Burning Man, which is why I think Doc made it, so that he felt right at home.
I really want to be playing this. I want to be playing this.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
And so it begins.
In the after party show. Maybe we could make it go in the limo on the way home.
We could do that. I got to tell you a little inside story. Doc was telling me the other day, he's like, the only thing he's worried about for the anniversary party is that he'd be completely hammered by 5 o'clock, which is when we start.
He already won. It's 42 after.
He's not far off. It's 42 minutes after. He's got the smile on his face, and he's already having trouble spitting things out. So, Christian, you may actually have to make the noise, and you just let Daz hit. Daz.
Wow.
I just put Oz
It's
and Doc
infectious.
together.
Daz.
And you have to make the sound.
All right. Jamil and JP are not playing for themselves. So if they win...
They're playing with themselves?
Yeah, we're playing with each other.
If Jamil and JP should happen to win, we're
Okay.
going to give the prize to some person in the chat room?
Yes.
All right, let's pick one. Say a number.
You got a
What?
favorite?
What's
Say
that
a
gonna
number.
do? 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Brew Noob would be the winner.
Okay, Brew Noob, Jamil, and
Brew
JP,
Noob.
the Dream Team, are playing
The
Beer
Dream
Jeopardy
Team.
for you.
That's right.
The
cream team?
Saying terrible things. Your categories, once again, are Cheers.
I need a beer,
Guess who
though.
wouldn't have associated with us if we didn't have so many damn listeners. And To Beer or Not To Beer. And finally, random things Oz found on Google, which hopefully don't include the things he normally sends around to our beer community.
That's a scary category.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and give the first pick to Arnie and Neva, our new team, and Arnie from Marin Brewing Company, of course, hanging out with us, and Neva from White Labs Yeast Company, our favorite yeast company up here. We love you guys. All right, so you get to pick one of the categories, you two, and you get to start the whole game. You can pick any number in any category. Go ahead, please.
We'll take Cheers for 100 there, Justin.
Cheers for 100, he says. All right. Okay. When people in this country cheer, they say, "Up your bum." Up your bum.
It's blinking.
Blue went first, and you're not making any
Australia.
noises. Who was blue?
Dr. Scott.
Australia.
That's right. 100 points for the Dr. Scott team, and you now have control of the board on our anniversary Beer Jeopardy game. Please pick a category, Doc.
Cheers for 400.
Cheers for 400. You're going right to it. What year did the show Cheers first go to air? Oh, we got a red light. Go ahead, please. Bub.
1985.
No, sir. Anybody else can bub in? Bub in.
1987.
No, sir. There's two teams left. Okay, the yellow light. Go ahead, Neva.
83.
No.
Clang.
Go ahead, JP.
1982.
You are correct. 400 points goes to the Dream Team.
I just want to say, that's right,
Process of
bitches.
elimination.
What?
You should be happy that you win by process of
Yeah,
elimination.
you should, whatever. Okay, here we go. Ready?
You get to pick a category, please. Go ahead,
Random
JP.
things Oz found on Google for 200, please.
200 points. Who was suspected of suffocating from a bloody nose after passing out from alcohol at his bachelor party? Was it Attila the Hun, Winston Churchill, Henry VIII, or Bon Scott? Blue. Who's blue?
Attila the Hun.
You are correct. Attila the Hun. Doc, you better not be looking over my shoulder at this answer sheet.
Hey, I'm too honest for that. No, I'm not.
I'm too drunk.
I'm too drunk to read that far.
Too drunk.
I just want to point out that I see Motor standing across the room, my favorite 21st Amendment patron, and always a good interview. We'll get Motor on the air a little bit later. And if you're in the room, you know that you can't miss the guy. He's right there and having a good time having a bunch of beer with us. Dr. Scott and Christian, the board is yours. Who's keeping score
How
here?
about we try the guests who would have associated with us if we wouldn't have so many goddamn listeners.
Okay. You couldn't hear that. Guess just like
How much?
Christian.
For 300.
300 points. Guess like Christian, who wouldn't even be here if we didn't have so many listeners.
Come on, John.
Like you.
Come on, John. You can do that.
This high-gravity specialist taught us how to open our own brew pub. Blue light, that's Dr. Scott.
Benny Chorizo.
No. Red light.
Chicken boy.
Clang.
Red. Who's red light? Is that JP?
No, but that,
Peter Zine.
No, you're.
that was John and Boo, though, because
They
I
did
heard,
buzz in
I
first?
heard it very quickly.
Very well. You guys just got 300 points for the John and Boo.
That means the lead, almost the lead for John.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you guys have control of the board. Boob and John, Chicken Boy, as we like to refer to him around here.
Beer or not to beer?
Okay,
100.
for 100 points. What you're doing, and now here's the catch to this category, everybody. It's pretty much a real beer or not a real beer category. So you got a 50-50 chance. The catch to this category is if you buzz in and you get it wrong, you lose the points of which, okay? You see what I'm saying? Because it's a 50-50 chance. If you think you know it and you're wrong, you're going to lose points.
So we're going to do minus points?
You do, if they get it wrong, they go minus points, and then we're done. All right? So, Chicken Boy, Boob, you took to beer or not to beer for 100 points. Hot Shot ESB.
Bloop, burp.
Yellow light came on first.
Not a beer.
Not a beer. Arnie comes on and says, not a beer. I'm sorry, it actually is a beer brewed by Great Divide Brewing Company in Colorado. Hot Shot ESB. And by the way, I would have named my ESB Hot Shot if it were me. That's a great name.
And if you're a good brewer, right?
Chicken Boy, you still have control of the board.
I can't see the board.
It's cheers. Guess who wouldn't have associated with us? To beer or not to beer?
Guess for 400.
Okay, guest for 400 points. This guest took Justin out for being drunk and disorderly. This guest took me out.
Clang.
Go ahead, JP.
CHP officer guy.
What is his name, please? On
They
the show.
didn't, they didn't give us his name.
What was his name on the show?
Officer Big Jock.
Time is up. The red light was first, which is Chicken Boy.
Officer X.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
correct.
So it's
Officer
minus
X.
400 for JP?
No,
back off, baby.
That's only for the to beer or not to beer story. Only that. Neva, did you hear that show? That was our drunken show.
I didn't know you wanted the name. That name.
Doc. Always an excuse with Doc.
Now,
Chicken Boy, you still have control of the board.
Whoa, look at this.
Cheers for whatever's up there.
Cheers? What do you want? 200, 300, or 400?
200.
Oh, no, it's only 200, 300. 200 points?
200.
On the show Cheers, what is Norm's real first name? Norm's real first name. Anybody can buzz in on this. You won't lose points. Norm's.
Cluckety-cluck.
The red light is on, which is Chicken Boy.
Norman.
No, sir. It is not Norman. Anybody else want to chime in on that? Everybody looking very curiously at each other.
hey, Norm!
Anybody but nobody?
Clang.
Okay, go ahead, JP.
You mean like You mean his name on the the
on
actor?
the show? Name on the show.
Oh, Albert.
No. Does anybody in the audience know the real name of Norm? No? All right. No good. Nobody got it. The name is Hillary. Norm's real name is Hillary. Boy, what a bunch of shitty drunks you guys are. You don't even know Norm's name on Cheers.
Dude, I was like 8 when that show was on. Give me
Youngster. Chicken Boy, you still have control of the board. You don't want to know.
Did anybody win a point?
Nobody got anything on that one. Go ahead.
For the next highest number.
That's 300, and I believe it cancels out the category, doesn't it? Is that the end of...
Yeah, the end of it.
End of guests? Is that right?
End of Cheers.
No, you picked guests, didn't you, Boo?
Guests.
Put Cheers back up. They picked guests for...
Way to go, Gooch.
300. Help me out here, Gooch. You're killing me.
You got one in between your ears there, buddy.
Tell me the number again. Guests for 200.
Guests for 200.
Here we go. This Guest Brewers Brewery is named after a Miss Thunderpussy.
Claire.
Blue.
You said green, though.
Oz says blue, which is Doc.
It's Magnolia.
Who is the brewer, please?
Dave McLean.
That is correct. Dave McLean from Magnolia Brewery.
I blame Oz for my loss.
How many points is it for Dr. Scott's team?
200 points.
Very good.
Yes. And you have control of the board, Doc. Thinking. It's a very strategic game at this point. There's only so
Doc
many.
needs to find the board. That's what he needs to do.
Sorry, Doc.
By the way, I'm getting messages that the camera froze, so if we can make sure that the video is working.
Okay. Random things that Oz found on Google for 400 points. What beer company invented ice beer? What? The Blue Light. They're thinking it over. We'll give you a short time here. Talking. Very intense game right now.
Our answer is Molson.
No. Anybody else like to? But the red light came first. Who's on the red light? Who's on the red light?
That's us.
That's you. Go ahead.
Roxanne.
I'm going with Keystone.
No, sir.
Burp.
Arnie just came in. Go ahead.
Miller.
No. JP, Jamil?
Stroh's.
Labatt is actually the name. Labatt Ice was the very first ice beer. I'm sure that Sean is coming up with another gimmick like that soon. It'll be watermelon ice or something to sell out of the 21st Amendment.
Like vanilla.
I got it.
Giving me the
We'll
finger.
put beer in ice cubes. It'll be great. It'll be brilliant.
We're going to freeze beer and serve it on snow cones. It's the next biggest thing, I'm positive.
By albino midgets. It'll
We'll
be
only
awesome.
make it available by drive-through window. You'll have to drive up to the brewery to get your ice watermelon wheat snow
Why
cone.
are we so opposed to beer ice cones?
When you say watermelon wheat, can you say trademark after that, please?
I'm sorry.
From now on.
My fault.
Okay, thank
Sorry,
you.
Sean.
Because I'll have to sue you.
You're absolutely right. Nobody got that. Dr. Scott and Christian from Triple Rock still have control of the board.
To beer or not to beer for 400?
Okay, to beer or not to beer for 400 points. Remember, if you chime in on this one and you get it wrong, you will lose 400 points. The beer is Bishop's Finger.
Clang. Oh, bullshit, Oz. Come on. Does Oz know his colors?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Here, hey.
I said Clang and I hit the buzzer.
Arnie.
Oz is the
Arnie, go
umpire.
ahead, please.
He's the god.
It is a beer?
Beer, yes.
You are correct. It's made by Shepherd Neame in Britain.
Yeah. How many points for Arnie?
That's 400 points. Daniela, please give us our tally right now. Where are we at with only a few questions left?
Let me calculate real quick. Oh, I cannot believe. We have in fourth place JP and Jamil with 100 points.
Only because Oz is a motard.
Yeah, right. You're a bad loser.
Oz is a soft
He's the umpire. His
We have
word
done
is God.
Arnie's team placed with 300 points, Dr. Scott's team 500 points, and we have the incredible Chicken Boy with 700 points.
Chicken Boy and Boob.
Put two
Wow.
Put two boobs together. Look what you got. You got a good pair.
Beautiful people.
All right. Who has control of the board? Arnie does, I believe. Arnie and Neva, you have control of the board.
We will take random things Oz found on Google for 100.
100 points. Random things Oz found on Google. It's a multiple choice, and I'm probably going to pronounce them wrong. What is the Viking word for beer? Is it Burs, Owl, Bira, Or Cerveza?
Clang, Oz.
Boy, JP gets
Can we get JP out of here?
Yeah, I'm about to let Jamil use
the Bira, the first one?
The first one, is that what you're saying? No.
The third one.
The third one?
Bira.
No. Chime in. Blue, go ahead, Oz. The dog. Ool, that's absolutely correct. Christian from Triple Rock got it. It's Ool, that's 100 points, and you now have control of the board.
100 points for...
Random things Oz found on Google for 300.
300 points. Random things Oz found on Google.
7.
I will give you 4 names. Please pick the odd one out. Chihuahua, Tabasco, Corona, Dos Equis. The blue light.
Chihuahua.
No, sir.
Burp.
Yellow light.
Tabasco.
Yes. Tabasco is a spicy liquid that you put on food. All of the others are beer.
So 200 points for...
Was that Arnie? Okay, there we go. Arnie and Neva. Arnie's doing good. Neva, are you even doing anything over there?
She's drinking.
Good. She's drinking, and that's very important, actually. All right, you now have control of the board. What do we got left? Only a few things. Boy, it's the never-ending game of Beer Jeopardy. Go ahead, please, Arnie.
It's a beer or not a beer for 200, please.
There's 900 points left.
Everybody, please remember, if you chime in and you're wrong, you will lose 200 points on this one. Sock Knocker Scotch Ale. The blue light. That's Doc and Christian. Doc, what would you like to say? Is it a beer?
It's not a beer.
It actually is a beer. Sock Knocker Scotch Ale. Carlson Brewing Company in Sandy, Oregon. Yeah. Another good name taken from...
That's a great name.
We've already had Hot Shot and Sock Knocker, which is very cool. All right. Who had control of the board? Was it Arnie? Go ahead. You still have it.
We'll go guess for 100.
Okay. Guests who do the show, even though they shouldn't, for 100 points. This brewer was our first brewer whose brewery is not in California.
Beep, 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 beep.
The red light, that's Boob.
Eric from Titletown.
That's right, Eric Watson, Titletown Brewery.
300 points for you guys? 300?
No, that was 100 points.
100.
500.
And Chicken Boy and Boob have control of the board.
What's left?
Boob has control of the board.
Cheers not for to beer for 4.
Okay, to beer or not
Whatever.
to beer. We already did that one.
For 3, yeah.
For 300, and that clears out the category, is that right? Here we go. Remember, if you chime in, you'll lose points if you're wrong. Old Chub Scottish Ale.
There you go. That is a beer.
You are correct.
Of course I am.
How many points for Jamil and JP?
10,000 points.
300 points. That's Oscar Blues Grill and Brewery makes that beer. And by the way, all of those names that we did in the entire category were all real beers. Yeah. Little twist. You see how clever we are, Doc?
You suck.
All right. What have we got? One left?
Yes, that's
one
right.
left.
I will take a cheers for 300, please.
Okay. I'm definitely going to say this one wrong. Do you want to say it, Daniela?
Sure.
It's 300 points right there. It's how they say cheers in this country. You're going to name the country when she says the word of how they say cheers. Go ahead, Daniela.
Seraphe.
Clang, that was JP.
Seraphe.
Clang before the...
Seraphe.
Yeah, that's it, Jamil. You got it right. Seraphe.
Seraphe is how they cheers in this country.
I'm only going to give you a couple more seconds because you clanged and you didn't have any idea what the question was.
The answer is Uganda.
That's incorrect.
No, sir. Anybody else can chime in.
Seraphe.
Red light coming from Booth.
I can't even hear what you're saying, but I'm going with Italy.
No, sir.
Incorrect. Arnie.
Finland.
No, sir.
Incorrect.
You might as well take a stab. You're not going to lose anything.
Yugoslavia.
Close, but incorrect.
Turkey. Come on. Like you guys don't frequent Turkey?
I frequent the Ugandan more than I do Turkey.
For a refractometer donated by Beer, and More Beer, Daniela is tallying up our points to find out our winner of the anniversary special Beer Jeopardy. Daniela, do we have a winner?
We do have a winner.
I'm so nervous because if it's Chicken Boy, I just don't know what to do. Go ahead.
We'll give it away.
Last place, JP.
Last
it's
place.
Thank you to Oz for making that happen, by the way.
Tied for last place.
Followed by Dr. Scott.
Second to last place, Dr. Scott and Christian. Good effort.
We're third place.
Sorry.
A good second place goes to Arnie.
Wow. Arnie from Marin and Neva from White Labs.
So that means we have a winner.
Chicken Boy actually won a Beer Jeopardy. Chicken Boy and Boob, congratulations, you're our anniversary winners.
It's all Boob.
Beer Jeopardy.
Here's the deal. I already have a refractometer.
Oh, Boob's already got the prize.
So do I, so we get to give it away.
So the Boob already bought one, and John already stole one.
The first person to type the year of my daughter's birth in the chat room gets it.
All right.
Type the year of Boob's daughter's birth, and he will give you the refractometer he just won from Beer and More Beer, playing Beer Jeopardy. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got lots more games to do. I'm actually going to get some brewers to sit down over here and maybe actually get some real information going on. And we're also going to play Guess What Oz Blew when we come back. You're tuned in to the Brewing Network, of course. It's our anniversary special live from the 21st Amendment Brewery in San Francisco, California. Stick with us. We got lots of fun and prizes.
You're listening to the Brewcasters on the Brewing Network. You're listening to Three Guys.
Excuse me, what about me?
Sorry. You're listening to Three Guys and One Girl use a radio show as an excuse to drink more beer. The Brewcasters on the Brewing Network.
All right, you're tuned in to the live brewcast from the 21st Amendment. It's our anniversary party, and we're having it for you guys, all the listeners who have really made it happen for us and hung out in our forum. And
part of Daniela right now. Hello.
Sean has actually turned into Daniela. He's running the chat.
Hold on a second here. Hello.
Push up your shirt.
That's a good turn.
All right.
Sean O'Sullivan, thanks for having us out here at the 218, man.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Good time. You guys are doing a great job.
Good beer.
Everybody's out of control out there.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. I got to feel I'm going to end the show in like 10 minutes, and we're just going to get hammered.
I think we should everybody is hammered.
But you know what I'll do? I'll just keep the microphones on. The microphone and the video will stay rolling, and
then we'll just sing songs or something like that.
Yeah, something weird like that. Does that ever happen?
Is that what happened?
I don't
remember.
It never happens here.
I fell down and hurt
on
myself.
The Brewing Network. So
we're all going to sing Oz's theme song.
Everyone gets angry at me. Like Doc's smacking me about his microphone off. Meanwhile, he's 5 minutes late for the second segment, and then he's like, "You don't turn my mic on."
Doc? Hey, I knocked people out of the way of the urinal. Okay.
Played blacked out.
Yeah,
I gave him this, and I got it back on.
You were waiting in the urinal.
I did not wait. People were very cordial to me.
You know, can I tell you something? Somebody just handed me something right now. I got to tell you, Christian, actually at Triple Rock. I actually have a Dr. Scott pen. A pen.
That's good.
I thought I saw that floating around.
Dr. Scott DDS.
Doc Scott has his own pens.
I can't believe that Dr. Scott, you are actually doing product placement here at the Brewing Network.
You bastard.
Anniversary party. I mean, Free FM's got their big banner up, and we've got your pens all over the place.
Yeah, what the hell?
Jesus Christ.
Get that out of here. Throwing things around.
Product placement, baby.
John's been doing that for 4 hours.
I think I need a filling. I'll talk to that guy.
All right, what I want to do now for this next segment is I want to find out what's going on with the people hanging out with us. And we got a bunch of brewers here, so I'd like to get a couple of them over. We got some other people in the industry, too. Maybe I can get Chris White to kind of move his way over to the microphone. I'd like to talk to him. If anyone can track him down for me, throw things at him. I'd like to talk to Arnie again, because all he got to do was play Jeopardy and didn't get anything to talk about. I want to find out what's happened in all these brew people's worlds since we've had him on the show last, because a lot of these people, Daniela, haven't been on the program for months and months.
Yeah.
So I'd like to find out what's going on in their respective worlds. So what I need over here is somebody to help me track people down. So as I give out a name, maybe you can go find that person, because we're not hearing it very well.
Here comes Chris.
Chris White is coming over here. He came all the way up, him and Neva, from San Diego, where White Labs is located, just for our anniversary party. He probably had like some family function, but I'd like to say that he came out just for the anniversary party. Chris, how are you? Do I have your... Hang on, I don't have
you turn him
there
off.
There you go. How are you, Chris?
Good.
It's
Pleasure
good
to be here.
Good to see you, man.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Lie to us and tell us that you came up here just for our party.
I sort of did.
Okay.
50-50.
Yeah, all right, that's good enough for me.
It was Neva's idea. She talked me into coming.
All right, cool. Is Neva always Employee of the Month down there at White Labs?
Every month.
And Employee of the Month, it's Neva, everybody.
Everyone
Neva
else is going,
again. No, Neva's cool. She does lunch meet all the time. The show, I mean. And hangs out with us, and always she gives away a lot of your product for us, which we really like, Chris.
Oh, I see. That explains those income statements.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's always like, well, how many vials of yeast do you need? I don't know. You got a pallet? Sure. Send it right up.
Because it is the lunch meat show.
Yeah.
we need a pallet. They're going to be drinking it. They're going to be like, whatever.
I have no idea about the show.
You don't even know the show existed.
No.
I love it. JP, I love that.
Well, it's Chris, if you ever want to find out what happens when people drink your product, you should listen to the archive.
I see it a lot, actually.
People drink it. That's true.
They don't drink it for no reason. It's for prizes.
Yeah. We made people drink entire vials of your yeast.
Yes,
just the
exactly.
vial.
Entire vial.
Just the vial. No beer.
And then we get a blow-by-blow description over the next 48 hours.
Of what happened.
That I've never seen.
See?
I meant beer.
Yeah.
No, we're here. We're here to improve the brewing community. So
So, Chris, what I want to know is we talked to you on the show quite a while ago. One of our most popular shows. We got a lot of great information out of you. You probably had your brother sitting next to you, feeding you all the answers.
Yes.
I hear he's
He's
the real brains behind that. That's what I hear. Right now.
Oh yeah.
Look at him. Yeah.
So it's been a while since we've had you on. I'm curious what's new down there, and what I really want to know is if you got any new yeast strains you're working on for the home brewers or the pros or anything.
Something that could make Justin better beer.
Yeah.
Well, new yeast all the time.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we got some Belgian strains we're working on.
Okay.
But since the show, what I've really seen is a lot of people have listened to that show.
Yeah.
All over the country, internationally. People tell me they've heard that show.
Hey, that's cool.
So, yeah.
That's a good time.
Yeah.
Right there.
There's a lot of good information going on in that show, and everybody was just eating it up. So
I haven't listened to it, but
poor Chris, everywhere he goes, I saw you on the show. Great.
I tried to download it, and it didn't really work.
Oh, don't say that.
Well,
dang it. It's supposed to work all the time.
You got to get your IT guy to do it for you.
You're right.
I want Neva to tell us all the weird things that go on in your lab over there. You guys are making more than yeast, aren't you? You're doing all kinds of weird stuff.
Well, a little bacteria.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just for like the lacto and stuff like that? Okay.
Brettanomyces, bacteria.
Yeah. You got any top secret yeast coming out, anything that you don't even want to reveal, but I'm sort of doing a mind trick to force you to do it?
Most of the top secret stuff is for individual breweries. So, yeah, there's all stuff like that going on every week.
Okay.
But it's, like you said.
Does Sean get his yeast from you guys?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, I think he does, too. I think everybody, lots of people get you. You guys are doing all right over there. We're in the wrong business, John.
I know.
Should have gone into the yeast business.
It's all really top secret. You're not really supposed to say what brewery we work at.
You're not?
No.
Or steal from.
No,
So I shouldn't go around the room and go, hey, White Labs? White Labs? All right, I won't do that. Are you going out to the NHC this year?
Yes, I am.
Cool. We're going to see you there. We'll probably drag you over to the booth again. The National Homebrew Competition in Florida coming up in just a couple weeks, the 22nd.
Are you talking or just hanging?
I'm just hanging.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Me, Neva, Joanne are going.
Okay.
You know, he's very cool to go up to and ask him kind of nice questions and things, and he might have an answer. He might just say,
I might just walk away.
Yeah. but he's very approachable. Just say, hi, Chris, how you doing?
Sometimes no response.
And I heard you on the TBN. I'm a big fan.
I think that's why
works well.
I think that's why he's bringing Neva, so he can just pass all those questions on.
That's right.
That's good. You know, she knows the most, so I'm going to go get the beer.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks, Chris. Thanks for coming out, and I really appreciate it.
You're just the glitter man, aren't you?
Yeah, you got it.
Chris is the pretty face behind
Yes,
me.
he is.
He actually doesn't know anything about yeast.
No pretty face, no knowledge.
He just are.
He just gave him the name.
It's all brains.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot,
Thank you.
Chris White from White Labs, hanging out with us. Very cool. And
thank you, Chris.
Come all the way up here from San Diego. All right, I got two things going on. I'd like Arnie to make his way back over to the table if he's still around here. I want to talk to him about what's going on at Marin. And we're also about to play Guess What Oz Blew, which is a fun game we like to play here at the Brewing Network. Jameel, you have your breathalyzer with you today so that we can do... Jameel, always the safe consumer, carries his BAC moderator with him everywhere he goes. He's got a little device. I've seen him do it every time we go out drinking. He has a couple beers. And
the Jameel police.
Before he leaves, he always waits till he's blowing below the legal limit.
I just saw one of our listeners wave a breathalyzer. He breathed a .35.
Pussy.
One of our listeners?
Yeah, right here.
Right here?
Who was it?
You got
Joe. Did he drink a beer before here? .35.
One of our listeners came. Hey, you want to jump on
Joe and I talked earlier. He really wants to be drunk after the week. I told him he got a prize, and he said he's on it.
You got to quantify this a little bit.
No, it's actually higher than that. I took it 4 times until it actually registered 0.35. But I'm guesstimating, and it's a guesstimate that it's actually about
In English, that translates to 0.35. I did it 3 times.
Wow. Hey, you got to quantify this. He's not really got to be drinking for the last 15 minutes.
Hey,
you can't pour a beer down the breathalyzer.
Oh, that's cheating. He sounds
not at all.
You sound like not an inch over .34.
Exactly.
So I think that's totally
I was
wrong.
promised that if I was drunk of the week, I would get Oz's ass to be able to sell it.
Okay. All right.
got to join the
Thank you, Joe. Joe's well on his way to drunk of the week. Thank you, and we'll check in with you. You can
be
sure.
Joe, you're not there yet, man.
Especially if he wants his Oz ass.
He's going to stay.
He's loaded.
Lots of consumption. Keep it up because he's still. All right. What we need to do is guess what Oz blew. That's the Oz still looking pretty solid, but he's been drinking all afternoon.
I'm looking good.
Hey, Oz always looks solid.
I generally look good.
We didn't say good.
You know what? Oz is better to look good than to feel good.
All right. So Daniel,
really
I want you to announce to the chat room, please, that they need to send in their Guess What Oz Blew numbers, their figures. There's no prize for this one, but at the end of the night, we're going to do a final Guess What Oz Blew, and there will be a prize for that one. So keep track, you folks at home, if you want to do this.
And we got a couple of random things that we might give away too.
Okay, very cool. So, and then anybody who's in the room here who wants to take a look at, Motor, come on over here, Motor. You're a good guesstimate of what a man's been drinking. You've had a few yourself in your day, and I thought maybe we could get you here to take a guesstimate. And I'd like Jameel to take a guess. Oh, Jameel's looking at it. Okay. I see the number. Hide the number. And hopefully a listener is going to do it in the chat room. I'd like some guesses from there. I'm going to have Motor have a guess over here. So go ahead and grab that microphone that Oz has there, Motor, and we're going to let you do the first guess of the evening. I won't tell you if it's right or wrong. Do you already have a chatter?
Oh, I have so many guesses. If they would be right, I think Oz would be dead.
Okay. Motor, make a guess.
Don't be so sure.
Oz's fuzzy head.
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing a .185 from his fuzzy head.
Just from his bald but semi-fuzzy head.
Fuzzy head, yes.
Get out of his pants first.
.185. Okay, that is Motor's guess. And what about from the chat room? What do we got, Danielle?
From the chat room, we got anything ranging between .19, .21, .26, .25, 17, 30.
Wow.
Okay, it's got to come off of Jameel's breathalyzer. We got to have one standard.
Yeah. Flash is thinking
but
that it's only a
.09. We have the official one. Okay.
What is the official one?
Somebody in there was right.
Really?
Yeah, there was one person who was very right. Oz, and I'll say it once again, looks like he's fully functional, like he hasn't even had a beer. Just blew a .269.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Who said .26 in the chat room, Danielle?
Was it Diane?
He's looking through, too. It could have been Oz.
Brew Noob.
Brew Noob.
Oh, he's in there again. Yeah.
Right. It's a good guess for the new guy. Brew Noob. .269, Oz. You're lagging a little bit.
It's pretty low, and I'll keep working on it.
Okay.
For you.
You wanna send a bottle holder to Brew Noob for that?
Yeah, let's do it. We'll send you
Oz.
Beer, and more beer bottle holder.
Oz is light now, and I'll bet we'll stop drinking when it's light again.
Yeah, blow, don't suck.
All right, so that's our... I don't know what's happening.
We've got another breathalyzer here, and it's just told me I'm hot.
Yeah, he's had
That's
on
above
Southern
the reading.
Dimension.
It just says you're hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm hot.
you need the one
Beautiful.
that goes up to 999.
Pretty hot. By the end of the night, we will give away a grand prize for the end of the night. Who guesses? Guess what Oz blew? And at the same time, we'll see what Doc blew too.
It goes to 11.
No fruits and vegetables involved, everybody. All right. So there's a little guess. I did want Arnie to come over here. I want to talk to him. I don't know if he heard my call. Anybody else? Lots of brewers just kind of hanging out. I saw Roger from Drake's earlier. He may be down at the other bar getting fed up with not being able to find a beer. Give me Roger. I need someone to track me down Roger from Drake's.
Roger, I see you over there.
Get over
Come
here.
Over
Come here, buddy. I want to talk to you and find out what's happening
Come on,
at Drake's.
Roger.
Drake's Brewery in San Leandro, California. Some of my favorite beers out of there, especially those little bottles of the barrel-aged beers that they do. Man, that's good stuff.
Scotch ale and a port barrel, right?
Yeah. There's a couple of different ones. He does some in a bourbon barrel. He does some in a port barrel, and good stuff. And always very kind to the show. Roger will come out at a moment's notice as long as we offer a poker game. He'll always do that. And yeah, you can use that microphone. That's just fine right there, Roger. If you want to. Let Roger have a seat there, JP.
I wasn't told there was going to be cameras.
So now you don't want to do the show anymore?
Yeah, you didn't shave your head clean.
Yeah, have a seat, Rod. You're not going anywhere. We're going to get you all up on the camera. Your shiny dome. When are you getting married, buddy? It's coming up, huh?
September 23rd.
Is that right? Nice. September 23rd. Roger's tying the knot with our lovely bartender, our first bartender ever on the show, Claudia. Roger's fiance. Congratulations to you two.
All I have to say is tip your bartender.
That's right. Tip your bartender. Roger's got rent to pay.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Claudia, a regular bartender here at the 21st Amendment. If you ever want to come and say hi and try to steal her away from Roger, she works at the bar downstairs on Wednesdays and Sundays.
You got a couple more months.
Yeah. September, huh, buddy?
He's angry.
I like to piss him off in the first 30 seconds. I like to do it quick. Roger, how's your poker life going? Yeah, I know you like to play a lot, and I've seen you do well sometimes and not so well, like the rest of us. How's it been going?
We played yesterday, actually, and I ended up winning.
Is that right? You going to quit the brew world soon?
No, not taking the poker tour anytime soon.
Not going pro, huh?
Roger, I got $300 in my pocket. I'm just burning to learn to play poker.
Well, why don't you just give me that money and I'll go show you?
Yeah, just hand it over now, right?
Pretty much.
What's going on at Drake's, Roger? You got any exciting... You know what I had the other day? What's your limited edition you got on right now? It's a big beer. Come on, help me out here.
Wombach?
No.
Can't really help you on that one, then.
Damn it. Is
it in a bottle? Or
yeah, it's in a bottle. I had it in a bottle.
Was it one of the small bottles?
No.
Is it bourbon aged?
No.
This should be Beer Jeopardy.
Yes, there is.
Guess what Justin's thinking? That's this game.
I don't know if I like this game.
It's a long name. Something with an E, maybe? Sean, help me out. We were actually going to taste test it on the first Free FM show, and we never got around to it. We got full
I should probably know what you're talking about.
You should absolutely. Roger brews this. All right, name off every beer that you brew. This is your test, Roger.
Oh, boy.
Name the beers that Drake's, the ones that you make.
Well, I don't know.
Name them.
In a bottle?
Just all of them. Just name everything that Drake's makes. I love this.
I think I just self-destructed.
I think much like Chris White, Roger doesn't do anything. He's just a pretty face.
Yeah. You like how I just transferred my embarrassment right over to Roger for not knowing the name? Come on, start naming stuff. You know some of the names.
Dude, that's good radio.
Goddamn asshole.
That's not one of them. Although I'd buy it if it was.
No, actually, what I want to do...
That's not a beer.
What I want to do this year is name a beer reach around.
I'm going to use that in our next beer.
So you can go up to a bartender and say, "Can I have a reach around?"
I would love that. Actually, I'd order it every time.
JP says Expedition.
That's it. Expedition Ale.
Expedition.
Who said that?
That's an American red.
That's a nice beer. You don't even know that you guys make that.
Who gave us that little bit of tidbit, JP?
Well, at night when we leave the brewery, there's these
Weasel gave us that one.
I feel like I'm talking here.
Wait a minute.
We'll get used to it.
Do you want me to turn
did you
off?
say something?
When we leave the brewery, there's these little green men that come in and they just do like
they
whatever.
Do the brewing.
Yeah, they do all the work.
The Expedition Ale is a nice beer. Actually, it's one of my favorites from you guys.
So you got like Oompa Loompas that you can't even deal with.
Oompa Loompas.
They make the Expedition
Everyone sing the
Ale.
song. Let's go.
No.
If you're not careful.
Go ahead, John.
Oompa-dee-day.
I've got another puzzle for you.
Yeah. Okay, stop.
That's scary. Hearing a big, fat, bald, deep-voiced Australian singing the Oompa Loompa song is freaking me out. So because Oz is visiting, Roger, and he can't get this stuff at home, and we're too cheap to buy it ourselves, can we get a couple of those little the little barrel-aged bottles out of here?
They're actually sitting in the fridge right now.
Are they really? You're awesome.
Did you say corny?
No.
Did he ask if we were horny?
Yeah. A couple bottles.
Horny with a C, Roger.
Isn't good enough.
Oh boy.
That's good beer. You guys, still barrel aging it right now?
Let's bring one over.
That spells sheep in Australian.
Let's do it. Grab some.
Did you say cheap or sheep?
Sheep in Australia.
It's the guess what he said game. All right, thanks, Roger. We'll bring if we can get some over, we'll taste it on the air. I'd love to do that. Which fridge you got it in? Right behind the bar, right there. You doing that?
Yeah.
Sean O'Sullivan right now. There's lots of Oz in the background. He's stealing the Dodger hat.
Yeah.
From Sam. I now have it in my hand. We're in San Francisco, folks.
Sammy.
We're Giants fans.
Yeah, Giants.
Sammy, have some respect.
Throw it in the kitchen.
If I throw the Dodger hat over the ledge right here, I'm pretty sure it lands directly in a fryer.
Put it in the fryer.
We're talking fried Dodger hats.
Come on, Sammy, have some respect.
I'm worried about the health department, Sean. If you don't care, I don't care. I can give it a nice.
They don't work on Sunday.
Okay, beautiful. Sam, you're in the wrong city for this color.
Yes, you are.
Do it. Over the ledge it goes.
Oh yeah.
Get that thing out of here. No Dodgers.
Throw it away.
Somebody caught it down
Our
there.
anniversary party. Hey,
Someone caught it.
Throw it out the other window. If you just caught that hat down there, chuck it out on the sidewalk. Sean likes to take my roommate's hat and throw it.
Let me take the chance and give you a little bit feedback from the chat room tonight.
Please do.
We have all of our people hanging out with us. We have Beer Paul back, which really makes me happy.
About time. Beer Pal?
Yeah.
Why is he in the chat room instead of here?
I don't know.
Ask him.
I will. We have Code Right and Fool who says
cool.
that he really wants to let you know that he really wants to thank you and the BN for the past year. And he's really looking forward to another year with us and maybe a lot of other years too.
Hey, that's very cool. Code is another longtime listener, always helping out the Brewing Network. Lots of good people.
Yeah.
Really good community around the Brewing
Absolutely.
Network. It's been awesome. Hello to you folks out there. And Beer Pal, we miss you, brother. I wish you were down here today, too. Code, I would personally fly you out if I could. I should have sent Gucci that way on his way in, just to stop off and pick up Code on the way.
And we have one other listener hanging out tonight. His name is Brewmaster68, and it's his very first show ever.
Oh no, he's never coming back.
He's enjoying it actually.
Is he really?
Why 68, not 69?
Yeah, he's very close. Not quite his thing.
One off. He's the one off.
Yeah.
So lots of love going on in there, lots of happiness, people hanging out, drinking porter, having a good time.
You know what I find out is that
the hat has made it back. By the way, I don't know if
the Dodger hat's back, and Sam is now taunting.
Where's the orange
Sean
hat?
O'Sullivan with the hat. I hope you can tune into the video right on our main page if you're not getting it already. And we keep moving the camera around. We can't catch everything. We're going to get you the best that we can and try to let you folks at home see what's happening.
Now, we also have Mrs. Boop and Mrs. Oz hanging out in a chat room, watching carefully what's going on.
Hey, I want to thank both of them for letting their husbands come all the way out here and hang with us.
Yeah.
Can I just say something?
Go ahead, please, Oz.
Mrs. Oz is hot. That's it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And Boob?
If you got a couple of seconds, I got three things to say. First of all, for Beer Pal, a good 50% of the regular listeners found this show because of Beer Pal, and I'd really like to thank him.
That's right.
For that, because he did a great service.
He posted in all the beer forums for us, let everybody know about the Brewing Network. It ended up being a bunch of hard work, but that was the fee for advertising that he did for us for nothing. He donated
I ran a beer forum that had 15 posts, and 11 of them were his. Swear to God, I was getting ready to get rid of it, and that's how I found out about this show.
Cool. Thank you, Beer Pal. Seriously.
The other thing is, thanks to my wife for giving me the Father's Day gift of coming out here. This is a great show. And
thank you.
And
yeah, Mrs. Boop.
That's very cool. Where'd you fly here from, Boop?
From Rockford, Illinois, so Chicago Airport.
All right.
ORD.
Is that all?
Oz flew out from Australia for this day.
Right.
It's amazing.
And the third and quite possibly the most important thing, and this is going to get a little sappy.
You're good.
Justin is...
oh, dear.
Justin has discovered a medium for the home brewer that hasn't existed before. And Charlie Papazian started it maybe with the book.
Yeah.
And Justin has discovered the
don't
oral
put me-
medium.
Don't put me in the same sentence with the great Charlie P.
Dude, you're right up there. You've discovered a way to show beer programming without putting you to sleep.
Cool.
And give great information at the same time. And I speak for many in the forums and whatnot to say that thank you very much to
Bob.
Justin and the rest of the brewcasters.
Absolutely.
This has been excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bub. That's very cool.
Well said, Bob.
Appreciate that. And we're glad that we can help the brew community. It's been amazing the past year. Lots and lots of people hanging out in our forum all the time, our chat room every week. So glad we could do it. That's the point. You know, when John and I sat down and decided to start the whole thing up, that was the point, to help you guys out and get free beer. Let's not forget that. Sean's always bringing us free beer. Roger.
You guys get free beer?
We do. Yeah. I'm always bitching about how we do all this for free. We do it for free beer.
You got a spare room?
Yeah.
I'm coming out here.
You know how
Let's kick out
Crossroad
Sam.
found us? You want to know how some of the listeners find us, like Crossroad, for example?
Be great
He did a search for gay radio.
And then he found us. That's cool.
What a
Us and half
What
the other
dick.
stations in San Francisco.
As far as I know, you guys started this so Daniela could win a bunch of money at poker. Is that right? Is that what I
Yeah,
heard?
that's true, because we can always get a good poker game after the show.
Suddenly I can't wear the tux that I wanted to wear because
Yeah.
Daniela took all my money that one day.
So now you had to go to the Salvation Army and pick up the second-hand tux.
Yeah.
Are you talking about a hoodie tux?
Roger.
With shorts?
Always wearing the hoodie.
Listen to Pastor O'Sullivan over here.
Bless you, my son.
Yeah, actually, that's a significant thing right there. Sean O'Sullivan is actually going to be the person that marries Roger and Claudia. He's going to be standing up there.
Can you believe that?
No, I can't.
No. We've changed our minds.
You did? You're going to now get a real pastor?
It was like one of those drunken things, and it was like, right.
Did you get your online certificate yet?
I'm working on it. I haven't passed the test yet.
The test is PayPaling $5 to the website, right?
Exactly. I've already put $150 in it. I can't get past that last question. I keep hitting C, and it's not working.
I just want to know, is there going to be a fountain at the wedding that's going to have watermelon wheat coming out of it?
We'll have
no.
Yes, you will.
Well, it won't have any Drake's beer because Roger can't remember the names of them.
Son of a bitch.
Is that what's been going on here?
Because, none of them are named Rogers.
And it should be.
We have the Jolly Roger.
You got the Jolly Roger, that's
All
right.
That's the only name you can come up with. Came to me.
That's just sad.
The Jolly Roger.
That's the one that Roger can remember. The Jolly Roger.
All right, Pastor O'Sullivan.
Sean's wearing a Brewing Network shirt for the first time.
Buy them. You guys all buy them. $20 a piece. They're great.
If it makes Sean look that good, you need one.
Oh, Doc, you and I together later.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Brewing Network shirts will be available to you folks at home on the website. I'll be taking care of
Tune in
that
at 3
next week.
And everybody here, buy them.
Make sure you can get that. They're going to be.
Hey,
$20.
Sean, we're right here. You don't have to yell.
What?
Yeah, he's talking to all the people in the Midwest.
What did you say?
Oh, voices carry?
Yes, it
All right, we got to take
all right.
another break. Sean, you got to do something about you got to get me a bucket down here so I can just pee right here at the. Nobody minds that, right?
Not at all.
Because I got to go all the way downstairs.
TMI.
You need the auto buddy.
Just put the
That auto buddy, so you don't have to stop on a long trip.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm going right now.
It needs to be. It needs to be a really tall bucket. A little short.
Isn't that bucket called John's ego? Isn't that what that is?
Oh, what's wrong with Chicken Boy? What are you talking about?
No, you're always pissing on him.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You always pick on the nice guy, don't you?
He picks on the poor
I got a bucket called John's Oz is falling in love right now.
I'll tell you what, I'll kill you with
love
kindness.
going on over there.
I'll kill you.
You're tuned
I feel like
into
I'm in San Leandro right now.
It's the Brewing Network anniversary party.
JP,
we will be back in just a couple of minutes. We're live from the 21st Amendment in San Francisco. Come on down and join us. Grab a TBN Bach and join the party. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Brewcasters. The Brewcasters on the Brewing Network. And now back to the Brewcasters. The Brewcasters on the Brewing Network.
You're back with the Brewing Network. Our first anniversary celebration. You go, Pete. From the 21st Amendment in San Francisco. Good friends. A lot of people traveled from a long way. A lot of people came from across town. People hanging out, having beers. I see a lot of good people out there who've done some things for us. That's awesome. Appreciate everybody coming out. This is for you guys and you folks at home.
Did you think we would actually last a year?
Yeah, I thought so. I just didn't think anyone would listen for that long.
Okay.
I was just still going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, John. Let's do another brewcast.
Okay, sure, Jess. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Are you sure anybody would listen?
Yeah.
Didn't matter as long as we still had Doc hanging out with us.
Hey, Jamil would.
All right, the great Pope Jamil, and I want to let him speak to you guys too. He's been doing the Brewing Network, but
should we say grace?
No, he needs his hat back on. Where's his hat?
Supposed to say grace. He doesn't have his Pope hat. What I do want to say, Jamil, before I hand it over to you, is you've done great things for the brew community and definitely for the Brewing Network. The Jamil Show has been incredible, a great resource for homebrewers, and you spend your time with us every other Monday to do that, and that's awesome. We pay you nothing but pats on the back and handshakes, and we know what JP does with his hands for you, so that's kind of cool. But other than that, donated a lot of time, and I can really tell from the response of our listeners, man, do they appreciate you. So thanks for doing that for us and for them. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, I do it every day. It's the most wonderful thing. And
sweet, quit your job.
No, I already did.
My wife would kill me, but one of the things I work just a few blocks from here from the 21st Amendment, and when I drive home from here, I drive past the 21st Amendment, and sometimes I come down and have a few pints, and one of the most amazing things is how generous Sean and the 21st Amendment is towards homebrewers.
Yeah.
How kind and generous he's been. And in the craft brew profession, there's some people who are not quite as generous.
Who?
I want to point out some of the people who go out of their way, and one of the people that has done more and keeps continuing to be so kind and so generous to anybody interested in beer is Sean O'Sullivan.
Oh, come on, Jamil. Thank you very much.
Right on.
Actually, I got to tell you, I appreciate that we've talked about this a lot, Jamil and I, and it is about appreciation, and that's what it's about. Whether or not you're getting paid for it or you're doing it at home, I mean, it's about the love of beer, and that's exactly what you're talking about. Even though that I'm sitting across the table right now, and you're wearing this crazy Indian headdress. But I love it, man.
My head? Yeah.
And no, I mean it is about that. And as much as like the debate continues, which we've read about on in various forms about pro brewers versus home brewers, it really is about the appreciation of this craft and this industry. And it's just check your ego at the door is what it is.
Should be absolutely right.
Well, and you've done that. And if anybody deserves an ego, it'll be you and what you've created here. And
I'm the most self-deprecating brewer. I hate everything I do.
I know, and that's one of the things that's so cool. I bring clients and contractors here all the time.
A very special brewing network.
And over the years, I think I became a little jaded. I think I said, the beer's okay. And it wasn't until I took a couple of months break and came here again, I realized, how wonderful is this beer, and how great is everything. I've tried, many of the things on the menu, and not only is the food great, the atmosphere is great, but the beer is really phenomenal.
Thank you.
And I've judged this in commercial competition, and it is truly excellent. And then,
well, it's been. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and I approach kind of the this craft brew thing as a home brewer in a lot of ways. I mean, the great thing about being a brew pub is that the batch sizes are smaller. I don't have to worry about distribution because I can sell what I make. And, we have a lot of fun with it. I mean, today Oz and Bub were dry hopping the IPA we just capped today.
Really? You let them dry hop your beer?
Yeah.
See, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, and I got up there, and it's funny because Bub was like, he's a big Hollitower fan, and I was like, all right, throw a pound of that in, see what's going on.
Yeah.
We'll see what's, we're adding like a lot of other hops, but these guys are in there, and we were just kind of geeking out.
You get to homebrew.
But it was a lot of fun.
But what's really cool is Oz and Bub.
Yeah.
how many pro brewers out there know Oz and Bub and would do anything for them?
Well,
not many.
All right,
I'm
even do just really impressed with you and your attitude and your openness to the homebrew community.
That's true.
Thank you, Jamil.
You know, we as homebrewers, we need to support craft brew, but we need to support the craft brewers who are open to us and are really willing and
Well, the bottom line is not to go on like forever about Gotcha.
No, I'm sorry. You're
gotcha.
I was getting ready to chime in too.
Is that I tell every brewer or home brewer that comes in and says and wants a tour is that I basically say I'm doing the exact same thing that you're doing.
Yeah. Well, I don't think making love to the watermelons is quite the same.
Jamil, I think I'd like to see you making love to the watermelons.
Hey, who wouldn't? Grab a watermelon. Somebody get a watermelon.
Somebody make love to the watermelon.
It's a special.
I knew it had that special flavor.
Sean, do you name every watermelon?
That sign of love.
I named them all.
You named them all.
Dr. Scott 1, Dr. Scott 2, number 9.
Well, let's just say that if you ever come to the 21st Amendment and Sean's here, you guarantee he'll take you right back into the brewery, show you what's doing.
And put you to work, goddammit.
Put you right to work. Welcome to the I Love Sean show at the 21st Amendment in San Francisco, everybody.
Up next on Geraldo.
Thanks for coming out. It's 75 degrees in San Francisco.
Pachinko.
Oh, that's cool. Sean is just a good dude.
All right,
you're right, Jamil.
One of the best.
Yeah, you're right.
Start ripping on me
if
again.
Not the best.
Yeah. All right, now go do something retarded somewhere, Sean.
Thank you.
You told me to start ripping on you, right?
Okay.
We're actually trying to organize a brewer's table, an actual table full of brewers, and what I might do is just kind of randomly turn their microphone on and see what they talk about. It's probably things like, man, I wish I could brew beer like Jamil.
I want a hat like Jamil.
Man, I'm really successful.
Jamil's changed his hat, by the way.
He's
John
gone
Foster
to the Brewing Network Jane hat.
Man. Hey, Roger, you're up.
I'm drinking Roger's, which one?
Is he on?
Drake's Barley Wine. It's barley wine and brandy barrel aged. It's a nice beer. Let me get the microphone on over there, see if I can get that working.
It's smooth.
Anybody over there on the brewer's table?
Oh.
Say something.
Is there not a microphone
come on, Roger.
there?
Say something.
I'm sorry.
There he is. A little bit.
It's right in front of Roger. What is it saying?
I can't really hear you guys over here, but are we talking about the Summit beer?
Not yet, but we're actually talking to you, Roger.
And
we've got Joe from Eldo's over there, Christian from Triple Rock.
It's a barley wine that was made in 2000. Wait, hold on 1 second.
He's plugging.
Yeah, I'm reading the bottle right here, too. Made in 2000. Alcohol volume on this Drake's barley wine is 14.7% alcohol. That is awesome. The brewer's table's even crazier than the rest of the room.
It kind of is, actually. These guys are over here like, Roger's like, am I plugging right now?
Plugging.
They can't even hear us, actually.
No, they're touching each other. There's all sorts of good
things. So you have Joe from
Eldo's
Eldo's Brewing Company out here in San Francisco. You've got Christian from Triple Rock.
Nice.
You've got
a good dude.
Yeah, he's a great guy. You've got Roger from Drake's, obviously. You got James Costas from Moylan's, and you've got Arnie from Marin,
and
Vinny over there from Russian River. And
it's an all-star cast.
It is.
It's like the Last Supper here.
But and they can't really hear us, which is actually kind of cool, so we can sit here and rip on Roger
and then ask him to say something.
Exactly,
and he'll say,
"Roger, say yes."
So let's talk about the Summit beer.
All right, Sean, you guys are you're going to have to set it up.
So what's going on here
beer?
Is that there's Vinny,
are we talking about Summit
okay,
beer?
well, who is ever going to talk about it? Okay, so what's happening is that we're all a bunch of Bay Area brewers are brewing with this new hop called Summit. It's a high alpha acid hop with a lot of aroma. It's a dwarf hop, and we're all going to brew a beer with this, which is the same hop all the way through, one hop beer all the way through. And all these guys at the table are going to do it, and somebody should talk about it now.
Is it you're all brewing the exact same beer with the same hop?
I'm not. Yeah, I think we're brewing the same beer with the same hop, but we're using our own yeast, our own breweries, our own mash programs.
Yeah, go ahead, Roger.
Talk. Go ahead.
So the whole premise is that everyone uses their own malt, their own yeast, and their own water, but the common denominator is going to be the hop. And basically, we just set up some guidelines that you get 35 BUs, I think it was, from your first edition, 15 more from your second edition, 5 from your last, and then just set up some whirlpool and dry hopping editions.
And you're all going to serve it? You're all going to brew this and then distribute it or serve it or pour it after?
Yeah, we're actually going to have a big festival at Drake's with the Washu, which is a game that's going to be sweeping the nation.
Okay.
Washu is... let me tell you right now that Vinny and Dave from the Tornado are they're like the gold
They're the
medal
Washu
winners.
Kings, and
you
we're
cannot
taking them
win
down.
them. You play these guys, and they look at you like you're down.
What
You're
the
going
hell
down.
is... What the hell?
You tend to wonder if Vinny actually makes beer. He just plays Washu all the time.
I think he does actually. He hangs out the Tornado.
What is Washu?
What is Vinny?
First annual,
What's
mind
Washu?
Vinny, tell me what Washus is. Is this some sort of brewer's secret sort of...
It's a brewer's
convention?
secret game.
It is? It's a secret brewer's game?
It is. And actually, though, I've heard stories that Roger and Melissa will toss washers the night before to see who has to take the early shift.
Right. It's a long game,
Is that true?
Wow. And it's...
This is actually very true. If we're doing a double the next day, we settle it over a 3 out of 5 on the Washu boards.
I still feel like I'm sitting outside of the Washu game. Are we not allowed to know what it is?
So what washers is about a 3-foot board, 4-foot board with holes about every 12, 15 inches.
Okay.
And you take a 1-inch washer and toss it.
Doc,
First
you said
hole is
12
1
inches.
point, 3 point, 5 points. You got to shoot to 21.
Okay.
It is, and as Roger said,
said
it is
21.
sweeping. It's not sweeping the nation; it's sweeping the beer nation.
So, in other words, it's this completely retarded game where you throw metal objects into a hole?
It's not retarded.
No, it's kind of like
challenging.
It's poor man's washer or a poor man's horseshoes.
Horseshoes, I see.
And it's amazing. I mean, it's one of those things where the first time I did it, I was with Vinny at the Tornado, and they were playing it, and I was like, oh my god, and that was it.
And now you're hooked?
I'm an addict.
Okay.
I'm no more heroin.
Why didn't we set that up here?
Well, there's about 85,000 people here right now. There's no way we could put it in here.
Are non-pros allowed to play?
Anybody can play, even you.
It's not a club? Because I was there, I saw you guys playing this game, but nobody invited me to play. I was the outside.
You know.
Vinny gave me
You
a
had
nice,
the funny hat on.
I got a nice beer out of the thing, but I wasn't allowed to play.
We were playing last night at our brewery.
Is that right?
Oh, we were playing till midnight or 1 in the morning.
I don't know.
It's addicting.
And I remember seeing you up at the Craft Brewers Conference. You and Dave.
We were playing in the Craft Brewers Conference at the back of Elysian Brewery. We were playing as well.
I think the real
these guys are unstoppable.
So there will be a washer tournament at the Summit Beer Festival.
Oh, of course.
At Drake's Brewery on July 8th.
I think that the real top secret thing going on here, you guys don't really ever do anything. Every time I call Sean, he's like he's having a beer. Oh, I'm down here at the Tornado. I'm over here. Every time I call Vinny's like, oh, I'm really busy pouring damnations for myself. You guys don't ever, every time I invite you out to do something, sure, I got time. Nothing going on. What is it that you guys don't do anything?
It's the brewer's secret.
That's the brewer's secret.
It's the brewing secret.
That's why we don't homebrew anymore. It's too much work. Professional brewing piece of cake. Because you get to hire like idiots like me that are so excited about brewing that we'll do everything you ask us in the beer land. That is, you know.
So
pretty much anything.
Not to change the subject, which
don't do that.
Apparently you've already done.
All right, Roger.
Go ahead, Raj.
No, it's back to the Summit Beer, and it's going to be an awesome thing. We're going to have a big tournament at Drake's, like I said before. We'd like to get homebrewers in on this too. You know?
Really?
We can put the recipe up on your website.
Yeah, let's do that.
Just it's simple guidelines.
That's a great idea.
And then let's get everyone involved. You know, we all as craft brewers have started out at homebrewing, and we what.
That's an awesome idea, Roger. We can set it up on the board, and we'll send it in and get the homebrew over to your place on the same day.
Exactly what I'm looking to do.
That's a great idea. We can do
and
that.
I think this should be an annual thing for us, like that we use a different hop every year.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is about educating the people about like what different malts do to a beer, as well as different hops.
Okay.
And yeasts.
And
water.
can we get the hop that you guys are using this year? Is that
you can get the hop. If you can't get it, just give me a call. I'll get it, and we can disperse it.
Wow, look at Rogers even going to
don't
distribute
don't
this
call
stuff.
Hop Union, by the way. They'll just tell you. And
Don't call them. We have to go through other sources. Hop Union does not deal direct. Okay, cool. That's a good idea, Roger. I like that idea.
Yeah, no, it's all about bringing the craft brewers and the home brewers back together, and that's what we're all about.
I like that. Very good. Bringing the two communities together, a big love fest.
Yeah.
Dr. Scott, how the heck are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to play Guess What Doc Blew?
Yeah, sure. What the hell?
Let's do it. Let's play Guess What Doc Blew.
I was just thinking, I've been out without a beer for about 10 minutes. So it ought to be good.
I think I can kick Doc's ass.
I bet you could.
Bring it.
Jameel, I'd like to play Guess What Doc Blew. Do you still have... okay. So, anybody want to take some guesses around here in the room? Joe?
What is the question?
I see you want to take a guess at what Guess Doc...
Did you bring it?
Guess What Doc Blew will get you going there. A Schumann, another party goer here, wants to guess at what Doc Blew. Sam, you're not allowed to even speak. You got the Dodgers hat on.
Come on, Sammy.
What blue? What do you mean blue?
Lots of
blue.
people here, so,
I think. How many beers have you had, my friend?
You want to? He doesn't know. He's holding up the.
He's holding up like
the number 5.
hands.
He can't even speak. All right, Joe. We're going to give you the first guess
4 or 5.
at Guess What Doc Blew.
072.
He says he's had about 5 beers.
Okay.
What do you think?
What do you guys think? Somebody, Jaws just said .09.
He's blowing now. You got to take a guess.
Poodle Slapper .16.
I'm going to say
Flash 2.97.
0.21 is Joe's
Which
guess.
top brewer? 0.31.
I have the official number.
And the point is...
Okay, Sean, is anybody in the chat room saying what their guess is?
Yeah, everybody
Doc
is.
wouldn't know what .2
We got Trans at .357. Mrs. Henning says .29.
Okay.
Poodle Slap says .29.
Way too
0.28.
Okay, you're all way off.
0.19.
What is it? Show it to me.
Use that mic right there. Another party goer wants to give a guess.
I'm going to say .18.
0.18, he says.
We got another listener guess here.
Another listener guess from Afrobite, one of our forum users.
0.19.
0.19, he says.
Newbie Brew .21.
Because I can still talk
Poodle
to them all.
Slapper .23. Double IPA Guy .23.
Okay.
I'll shut up now.
Listener Schumann is the closest. It was a .13.
1.3.
I can hold it. Come on, baby.
Yeah,
I think Crotch Rock actually got it then .15. That's close.
Crotch knows me.
We can give...
Crotch knows you? That's kind of gay.
Well, not that way. He's all the way in the other coast.
All right, well, whatever. I don't care what you do in your outside time.
He knows if I can still talk that, we're below 1.2, that kind of thing.
Does anybody want to play Guess What Jameel Blew?
How about, let's...
Anybody care about that? I'm going to guess it. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it myself. And by looking at Jameel, I'm going to say that Jameel is going to blow a .1.
Well, you have to breathe a little bit.
0.17 for Jameel.
Hyperventilate, that helps.
I've been drinking that really fine IPA out of the can.
Thank you so much, Jameel.
I tell you, that IPA out of the can is awesome.
Oh, yeah. It's good stuff. All right, Jameel, this is the only time I'm going to say...
You got one right here there, Jasmine.
Beautiful, thank you. This is the only time I'm going to say this, Jameel, in your lifetime. Maybe one more time. Jameel, give me a blow. Because I would like to know what your BAC is. Okay,
Daniel, you should come over here. I think I'm losing listeners.
At least use the breathalyzer.
Sit on my lap.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm guessing .17.
Does anybody have a 9-volt battery on?
Okay, we've got New Brewer .09, Impala .10.
See, they have so much respect for you.
Booty Slapper .19.
My guess.
Did you do that already? .07. Brew Crew .09.
You gotta wait
anybody have a 9-volt?
My guess for what Jameel Blew is all the first round judges in the National Homebrew Competition.
What's the wetness factor?
One at a time.
JP, you bastard.
I know the wetness factor quite well.
You want to switch seats here?
Are you okay?
I tell you what, Justin.
Yes, Oz.
I tell you what. If you ever get rid of that German, send her over to Australia.
Yeah. And you'll make her clean the house?
No. Apart from that, Sean is your new chat bitch.
You like him in the chat room? Yeah.
I'm the chat bitch.
Sean,
and he's hot.
You do make a good chat bitch, Sean.
Hey!
Oz, listen, that was just like a weird thing that happened a couple days ago.
It'll never happen again.
Don't read anything into that.
I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
It happened once. It might happen again tomorrow. Maybe at the outside
That's
Friday.
That's what they all say.
It's a college thing. Everybody was experimenting.
I'm supposed to chug this beer out of a can or something. Sean's yelling at me.
Do it.
All right. So Jameel is blown. What were the other guesses?
That was my guess.
He blew a .15. I said .17.
That was my guess.
Jameel
you said
got
1.5, Doc? Yeah, well, Doc wins. Jamil, you're lagging too, buddy.
1-5.
I'm the sober one of the group.
Chug that beer. Chug it.
You want to? I'm not going to chug it.
Chug it.
I'll
talk while you chug.
Oz wants to. I can't.
I'll
chug
talk
it.
while you chug.
I'll give it a go.
Chug.
I'm going to give it a go.
We'll talk about me for a little while.
Go ahead, Oz. Oz, please entertain the folks at home as I chug a nice can of 21st Amendment IPA.
Do it
without eating all day.
Oz, have you ever had a better beer out of a can than this 21st Amendment IPA?
To be really, really honest, no, I haven't.
No,
we've got a few canned beers in Australia. In fact,
half a can. That's all I got in me.
You pussy.
Well,
You're half a can.
You're half in the can.
I tell you, I'm shocked. I want to
give
this to my friends.
Yeah.
That's it.
I've never had a beer like that out of a can.
I want to take 218 home to Australia.
It's amazing.
The whole brewery?
Are you falling in
The
love
whole
with
lot.
The whole thing.
And Claudia.
And Claudia, too. Uh-oh, Roger.
Hey, Sean.
Claudia's great.
She is yeah, she's got time to take a break from the bar. We can get Claudia here. Why don't we take a
Claudia
quick break? We're going to take a quick break here at the Brewing Network anniversary party. When we come back, we'll try to get Claudia, our bartender, on the air and find out how things are going. Everyone's having a good time live from the 21st Amendment in San Francisco. I picked out a little song especially for Oz. He's flown a long way, a very loyal listener. I figured you'd like this one more than anybody. So this one's for Oz. Everybody, grab yourselves a beer. Tip your bartenders. Folks at home, check out the video. Join the chat. Talk to Daniela. We'll come back and try to wrap things up. Have a good time with a couple more brewers. We'll get Claudia going on. It's the Brewing Network.
It's only 7 o'clock.
Yeah, we gotta play games.
We got 3 hours to go.
We gotta keep going.
Anniversary party. We'll be right back. Favorite intro. It's angry. Little Manson. It's the 21st Amendment anniversary party for the Brewing Network. Come on down. You can still make it. We got some games left to play. We got a lot of things that we're going to be doing around here. The webcam is right there on the BrewingNetwork.com homepage. And my man John, I want to give a special thanks to John for not only working out the webcams for you folks, which, John, I want you to know, I'm looking at them now. Our listeners have been asking for a webcam since day 2, and I've not given it to him. And you're the guy who gave it to him. That's John right there on the webcam if you're looking. He gave you the webcam. He made it happen for you. He also made this whole connection that the stream can come out to you and we can actually broadcast live from here. That is all from the man on the camera right now. His name is John, and he's a good dude, and I hope he's going to stick around with us in the future and do some more cool things like this, because he's great at what he does and very generous, and I appreciate it, man. Thank you, John. And get drunk, my friend. You deserve it. Absolutely. I'm glad that you're here. So
it's been a good event with that webcam.
The webcam is very cool.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I was against it for a long time, but I thought for the special event like this, it just had to be here.
Well, everyone can see how pretty I am, and that's what I like.
Roger just handed me a whole bunch of giveaway T-shirts.
Oh, cool.
So,
all right, how many is a whole bunch?
Thank you, Roger. I don't know. I smelled about 3.
Doc's a dentist who can't count. Let's see how many.
They're all packaged up.
The Doc-proof T-shirts.
That's awesome. 2 Drake's Brewing Company shirts. What I'd like to do is give one away to the chat room, because those are the listeners who I know would love to be here and can't, and we really wish that you all could. One of the problems of being an international community is you can't always all get together. So maybe we'll try to do some in the future. Yeah, I don't know, Daniela. We can have big hopes, right? We can do parties like these someday all over the place. I don't know.
I would love that.
It would be a cool thing. So let's give some props to those chat room users who have been with us since the beginning. I don't know what to do to give it away.
Just I don't know if you noticed, but one of those on the back
says if you tap it,
they will come.
We should give this away during lunch meet, JP.
Yeah, we should.
If you
That'd be
tap
awesome.
it, they will come.
Now, come is spelled actually different, but you know.
All right, that's the one we're giving away to the chat room. Daniela, how would you like to give it away to the chat room?
Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away.
First of all, I want to answer a question coming from the chat room. I've had this question a bunch of times tonight already.
Okay.
The question is, John, Chicken Boy.
Chicken Boy.
People want to know, people want us to describe the TBN bug, and somebody wants to know in particular, does the TBN bug has a biscuity edge?
Bisquickity? Bisquickity?
Biscuity.
Biscuity.
Well, without Chicken Boy being over here to answer the question, I'm positive that he will tell you it's at least a little biscuity. I mean, biscuity is there somewhere.
Well, how about we describe it a little bit?
I can tell you
how
what
about
Chicken Boy
Jamil?
would
Let's
say.
let Jamil do that.
Jamil.
He's got a nice glass of the TBN Bach right now, and you're the judge. Give us a profile of that beer.
There's a big malty background carried throughout, and actually it's kind of funny, but it's kind of biscuity.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's biscuity. It's got a
the joke's on us, Daniela.
It's got a firm hop bitterness.
Okay.
And a gentle hop flavor, a noble German hop. Through the flavor and through the aroma, and very low esters.
Okay.
In the aroma, it's fairly clean, like a Bach would be. It's missing some of the Bach lager characteristics
because it is an ale.
It's an ale, but I tell you, it's a beautiful beer, like anything down here at 21st Amendment. But
don't forget Daniela's recipe, by the way.
Exactly, and it's really well done. I would describe it as a beautiful, big, blonde
type of
beer.
Wonderful. A great description.
And the difference between the beer and Daniela is one's big and one's petite.
Which one is... never mind. No, I know which one. You're obviously the petite one.
I hate you and I love Jamil.
Jamil's a sly dog. He's a smooth character.
I'm moving in.
Yeah, you're a smooth character. All this time you dedicate to the BN, now I see. I thought you actually are like the Pope. You're so generous. I see what's up.
He's always giving. He's a giver.
I've kissed you as many times as I've kissed Daniela.
I hate to admit that that's actually true.
Jamil is less Pope-like than he is like Bishop-like, where he just wants to touch people behind the scenes.
He is very touchy.
Now, altar boy over there.
He's been there.
So I want to give
I've been everywhere.
Sean O'Sullivan is actually working out a shotgun of his beer cans.
Ooh.
I mean, let's face it, that's why beer cans were really invented.
Yeah, exactly.
So that you could do the shotgun. And he's got a whole... He's gathering up the troops right now that are willing to do a shotgun. I got a good friend that I grew up with who came all the way up from Southern California to hang out for this thing.
Yeah.
And, I remember back in the day, he used to be pretty good at the shotgun. I'm wondering if Sean can get him to try a little shotgun with these guys. The difference, of course, with craft beer in cans is that we used to shotgun that real watery stuff. It wasn't so difficult. Now we're shotgunning IPAs.
At 7%.
Unbelievable. At
7%.
It's cold.
It's kind of like freebasing. It's really the same thing as
That's
heroin.
how you know you've grown up.
But
your ammo changes.
No, I shotgunned a lot of beers in my time during college.
I doubt that.
It's a... Boy.
I can't see you shotgunning like Pabst.
Yeah, no.
Oh, the pain.
But to shotgun something like this is almost a crime. That is a fine beer.
Yeah, but we're going to do it anyway, aren't we, Sean?
Do it.
The part that it isn't like freebasing is it's an IPA, it's a great IPA, and everybody's going to be hungering around for more.
Hungering around for more. According to Doc.
You're real close to me, and I can smack you, boy.
He will play black dot, white dot with
I can't believe I was dumb enough to seat Doc next to me at the table. I have an entire desk in between us, and I can say whatever I want, turn him off whenever I want.
Yeah, he can move back a little bit.
He would have to do a flying leap just to get to me. So
you guys are just hammered.
Did you gather some troops to do the shotgunning, Sean?
Us here and
Neva. I think Neva should shotgun a beer.
Chris, I would love to see you shotgun a beer.
My man Joe is going to try to shotgun a beer.
Joe.
Now
John Foster Kane.
How about Sam?
John will get this on the.
Yeah, I want to break company policy right now, and I want Claudia to come over here and shotgun a beer right now. Yes.
There you go.
Come on,
hey, Claudia.
It's for the radio, baby. Come on, Claudia.
Come on,
Get
Claudia.
over here, or you're fired.
actually encouraging employee drunkenness. We told you the man is cool, right? Come get a job at the 218. Get drunk on Sunday.
It's a pen or something to puncture the can.
Sunday. Drunken Sunday.
Can I use the time in between for a personal matter?
Yeah, as you...
a personal matter?
Before you do, so please get the can... Everybody who's going to shotgun, please get your cans ready.
Sam.
As you're doing that, Daniela, please, you have the microphone.
I want to take this opportunity to give a shout out to my coworkers who came by here. I work for the United Nations, basically. I work for an IT company, but my team is so internationally, it's like the UN. I want to give props out to my coworkers who made it out here tonight just to support us. Props. And in particular to my coworker Jorge, who just had his baby a couple of weeks ago. Little Isabel was born. All the best for him and his family. Jorge, this is for you.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
It is awesome.
International babies. Yeah. At least they're good looking. White babies are ugly. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
This one is really good looking.
I bet you were.
That's good. You were too, Doc. Let's just face it here. White babies are ugly. All right, so Daniela's also, by the way, blowing into Jamil's...
sober. I didn't have anything yet.
Breathalyzer tester, of course. And,
come on.
Let me see it again. Let me see it, Jamil.
You're barely legal.
I'm not even going to play Guess What Daniela blew. It's .09. What's wrong with you? You could drive us home.
I'm a German.
Actually, you can't. What is it, 07 that you're not allowed to drive, isn't it?
108.
So you're 1 over. If you showed a little cleavage, you might get off on the DUI. I'm just saying that 1 over the limit.
I just learned that word actually 10 minutes ago.
Okay, so our brewers are getting ready their cans to actually shotgun a 21st Amendment can.
You need to tell them how.
I told you that I have this Drake's shirt to give away to the chat room. Here's what I'm going to do, Daniela. I'll give away one to here as well. But the chatter, and I trust these guys. You've been good to us for a year now. The first chatter who will say in that chat room that they're going to shotgun a beer with us. But you got to mean it. You really got to shotgun a beer with us.
Right.
Only type it in there if you're going to do it. The first person to do it gets a Drake's shirt from Drake's Brewing Company in San Leandro.
That's great.
That's a nice shirt, too.
So use the brewer's code, and if you really intend on shotgunning a beer along with the folks here, type it in the chat room, and I'll give you a T-shirt.
Can I say something, Justin?
Joe, somebody's already begun their shotgun.
We've had a beer shower.
And we need to review the rules of shotgunning.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was a fault. That was definitely a fault.
That cannot be good for
false start.
It was a false start. Big Joe, you're early on the jump there. I'd like to interview your girlfriend and find out how often that happens.
Justin just got a little in the eye.
Yeah. Please, and I'm actually going to have to say maybe the shotgunning is going to have to happen a little bit away from the equipment because there's beers flying all over electronic equipment here. So everybody get your beers ready.
Bub is not going to shotgun a beer.
Daniela, did you have a chatter actually come in there and say that a chatter's going to shotgun with them?
No, not yet.
Okay, well that's all right.
Step
if they do, I'll give them a shirt. Otherwise,
they don't have cans. That's their problem.
Well, then they can just chug a pint. They could chug a pint.
Let Sean go over the rules.
But they got to chug the full pint. I'll be happy with that.
Sean has to go over the rules first.
It's turning into the Brewing Network frat party.
Oh, yeah.
Here,
Lambda.
Do you want to go over the rules with these people? Don't do that next to that, please.
Okay, so the rules are this. Okay, shotgunning a beer. You pierce a hole in the bottom part of the can, and then you put your finger over it. Hold on, Jamil. You hold said beer can up to mouth with where the hole is. I said hole. And then you pull the tab on top, and you shoot it in. So everybody has a moment or two to pierce the can and put your finger over it.
You said pierce the can.
Exactly.
Pierce it.
And then we're going to make it happen. So can somebody help this man out over here?
All right, we got a listener from the chat room. It's Mrs. Oz.
Hey!
All right, Mrs. Oz is going to shotgun a beer.
And we got other people, too. Everybody's chugging beer now.
Everybody's chugging.
Yeah,
right.
they're all chugging
wait, hold on a second. You ready to go there?
You go for it, baby.
Okay, are you doing it with me here? Justin, are you doing it?
I only got half a beer.
Brian, I've got your back.
Come on, you got to do it. You're out of here.
I'll chug what I got.
Okay, ready? Here we go. This is the first time I've publicly seen this. We're chugging 21A IPA out of a can. Here we go.
Chug.
Go.
Yeah!
Nice.
Justin just threw up.
Christian, I think, is he finished really quickly. Christian
Kazakov from Triple Rock in Berkeley, I think, was the first one to finish. That man's a professional.
Not only did he win, he crushed the can and threw it at the cameraman.
He obviously was in like Lambda Brew House or whatever it was in college. Because he knew it.
Scott had an accident.
Oh, that was sloppy.
A little bit.
Wonderful.
I feel so dirty.
Okay. Doc, you did your shotgun as well?
It's all over the table.
And then some.
And then some. A double one for him. Wow, amazing. Sam, one of our listeners here, is still chugging it as well. Chicken Boy actually not chugging, but receiving tons of like after splash all over him. He's getting sprayed with beer.
I'm sorry, that was so bad.
You're absolutely fine. Sean hanging out over here, helping me work the board. Actually, Sean, don't go away because I'm actually Sean. I'm going to do something here that I've never done in a year, and I may never do it again.
That was so lame. I've soiled myself.
Justin's coming out of the
Sean.
The White brothers are really professional at it right now. Look at those guys up there.
They double teamed us.
It's like Olympic competition.
This might be the worst time to do this, Sean, but I'm going to do something, everybody, I'm going to do something that I've never done in the history of the Brewing Network. I will probably never do it again.
Come out of the closet?
Sean, come over here. Sean, come sit
Justin,
down.
You're coming out.
Come here. I'm not going to... That's
coming out.
That's history. We've been on the air for a year. Oz.
That's every Friday, Oz.
Oh, you've come out.
No, I'm going to...
tell me.
I'm going to shut up. I'm actually just going to... I'm going to leave.
No, that's not going to happen.
No, I got to go pee.
You can't.
All right.
And I'm going to go pee, and
Justin,
I'm going to...
You just have to stand up.
No.
That's all you ever do is stand up.
No, I got to go pee. And Doc, you're always... I can't turn off your microphone. JP, I can't touch yours.
No.
I can't do anything to anybody's microphone. You guys can do whatever you want in my absence. It's your turn.
No shit.
To do the show. I gotta go pee.
Are you for real?
Let's talk about how gay Justin.
I'm gonna get up and leave.
All right, leave.
And I'm gonna go pee, and then I'm gonna come back. I mean, I'm not leaving for the show. I gotta pee.
Mr. Walnut Bladder over
Can
there.
we just reiterate this? You're leaving. We can do what we want.
Justin, we were just...
I'm gonna trust you guys.
I'm going to go watch him to
The
confirm
insane
this.
have control of the
Justin?
asylum.
I'm gonna trust you guys to conduct the Brewcast
Big
without
mistake.
me. That's what I'm gonna do. I think
Leave already.
Just go.
It's time for you to
Just go. You know it's going to fall
And
to hell.
Justin, we
yourself.
just
Take
had
yourself.
a poll, Justin. We're going to do dead air. So
You're in the control seat. Don't touch anything. Don't use the microphone, Sean.
Justin, no, it's dead air till you're
I'm just saying, it's really freaky to me to give up control. I'm such a control freak.
Bye, honey.
Okay, so Justin is left.
Justin has officially left the building.
To pee.
Yeah.
He's taking an IPA with him in a can.
The freakiest part is that
This is the worst nightmare. This is like 12 o'clock after a show.
You know who takes control next?
No, who takes
I know that.
control
Believe me,
next?
sweetheart.
The German, right?
It's the German.
The German. Uh-oh.
I thought it would be the Vinny puppet. Would be just
It's
grabbing
gotta be
hold of this
the-
show.
Okay, guys, so let's try to pretend like we're having fun.
All right.
Should we get the Vinny puppets?
So Jamil, you're a professional home brewer, and I'm just a brewmaster. I'm just kind of curious, like what you thought of shotgunning that beer.
I thought it was kind of a shame because it's such an excellent beer.
Can you just please do something for the show right now?
You want to enjoy it. You want to caress the aroma and all that. And shotgunning doesn't give you all that.
Jamil, there's something.
But what about the
something
fun?
I love that beer, and I just chugged
One
like
at
a
a time
7% alcohol beer that.
But
It's like I didn't get the full enjoyment out of it.
He has more.
Jamil.
Yeah. What? But
Jamil. I love you, brother.
Jamil, I love the fact you're so self-sufficient.
All right, guys. So while Justin is gone, I'm going to take the chance and do a prosit, a German prosit to the Brewing Network. It's our first anniversary, guys. Thank you, everybody out there, for coming out tonight. Thank you for your support. Thank you for listening. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm prosit. I'm prosit. Der Gemüse.
I'm prosit. The majesty from sea to shining sea.
Cheers to all of you. Cheers, guys.
You know,
Say what
Sean,
happens
I know
when
you
Justin
tried
walks
to
away.
get this into a
I was actually kind of trying to
actual
take over.
useful piece of information, but it's dropped into
It's okay.
a drunken.
I think we're
screen
kind of
crash.
all curious right now is how long Justin's going to be downstairs,
You know what?
draining the old.
Well,
thing.
Takes
to
him a
find
long
a
time,
first, that's
really.
going to take a couple minutes.
Is that right? He just takes a long
Takes him a
time.
very
You got to
long
remember, he sits
time.
down to pee.
He's pee shy.
Please,
So he's got to wipe and wash his
I've
hands.
never seen him excuse himself from a show to go do it. Never.
That's number one.
I've seen him standing in the studio, dancing around like, you guys quit freaking
Like a gay
calling.
man. Yes.
To Kylie Minogue.
He's doing that 5-year-old panty dance. Again. Oh, I gotta pee, but he will still take
He's
your
always
call.
grabbing himself, too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Doc knows a lot about 5-year-old panty dances.
Yes, I do.
Justin grabbing himself's got nothing to do
No,
with
but
him
you guys,
needing
let's
to pee.
actually, while Justin's gone, let's talk about him a little bit. right now.
JP,
Because
if
it's
you were
kind of
around
brilliant.
more, I'd have more.
Because,
Nice.
I mean, seriously, Justin has been working his ass off.
Oh.
I mean, I had not seen the guy for like 5 days, maybe, and he's either been partying with Oz big time,
Yes,
or
he has.
been producing the show like you wouldn't believe.
Partying with Oz.
And he had that
like
look in his eye today when he was setting up everything, like, just don't talk to me. Let me set this thing
I
up.
want to know what Oz.
To be 100%.
I want to know what Oz thinks about America and American beer. Oz.
How has Seppo Land been treating you?
I love Seppo Land. I love the Doc. I love JP. I love John. I tell you what, all Justin has done for the 4 days I've been here is work on this show.
Right.
And I'm talking 6 o'clock in the morning.
I think
We're getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Justin's working till 6 in the morning.
I
So he's
think
sleeping
Oz
right
is
now.
drunk, and he's imagining these
exaggerating.
things. I think it's time to do another Oz breathalyzer test.
I think it is.
Okay, let's do that right now.
Bring it.
Okay, wait, hold on a second.
Bring
Everybody
it.
be quiet. Let's go to Oz right now.
What did Oz brew?
It's going to be a minute or
What
two.
did Oz
Okay,
blow?
all right.
Unless you got a 9-volt on you.
I need a blower.
You know, guys who chugged the beer with us, who was the very first one, it was actually not Die. It was Beer Pal.
Whoa.
Where is
What
Big
did he-
Pal?
what did he
Beer
chug?
Pal Matt.
I don't know. I'll ask him.
Ask him what he chugged.
I gotta throw it out there one more time. Beer Pal, where the hell are you?
Well,
why are you not
Scott,
here?
with a
And
name
why is Beer Pal not here?
with a name like Fast Bottoms, he's probably busy making some money. You know what I mean?
What was it? Did he say yet?
He didn't say yet. He just said
Okay.
that he loved Oz.
Is Big Pal in the chat room?
We all love Oz.
We all do love Oz.
Daniela.
Here it is.
Oz is blowing like a man in leather.
Okay, right now.
No, don't tell. We got a lot of
looks
gases
like,
here.
It looks like Justin's like climbing over the rafters
Don't
right
tell.
now. 21st Amendment. I don't know what's going on there. He's got.
All right.
So
Oz blew into the machine.
we're having another
So
guess.
you on the chat room can guess. Go ahead and type in your number there,
They're guessing already.
and we'll get something for you. If nothing else, we'll get you a stir bar
22
retriever
dingoes.
from bubweb.com.
we're gonna give something away.
Oz, I think officially you're
Oz
dead.
is 0.33. Oz is 22 dingoes.
Start typing in those numbers, people.
291.
Okay.
People are guessing 3.325, 0.29, 0.29, 0.38, 0.37.
231.
Wouldn't he be dead by 3.7?
I think
Somebody needs to get up in the point fives.
I think it would take 0.5 to
Daniela.
kill
I was
Oz.
born
are
at
talking as
0.31,
fast as you
Daniela.
Daniela, did anybody put in point
explains
C-O-M-A?
Justin's back. Please save the show. Please save the
Justin,
Oh, my
Justin,
God.
we need you.
Yo!
Let's sing that. Daniela,
show.
sing the song.
Never
I'm
leave the
posing.
microphone
I'm
to fucking amateurs.
posing. La-la-la. I'm posing. I'm posing.
Yeah. All right.
Welcome back.
I'm curious. Was it?
Seriously, at one point do you say
Was it the best radio the Brewing Network's ever had?
Well, besides lunch meat, yes.
It was besides
I must admit, it sucks without you, Justin.
Right.
Thank you, Jamil.
I would like to start like a little round table of congratulations to you, Justin, to you, Dr. Scott, to you, Jonathan, wherever you are.
Behind you there, yeah.
Jonathan's over here. And Daniela. You know,
Thank
you
you.
guys are doing an awesome job.
Thanks,
And,
Roger.
you know, the bottom line is, like, keep it up. You know, I hope to hear you in 10 years. You've done strives about the craft that we as brewers try to do you've taken that passion and you put it into the radio, and it's fucking awesome. And excuse my fucking French.
That's all right with me.
Thank you, Roger.
You know I appreciate a good after.
No, I'm serious. You guys keep it up, and I will support you in any way that I can. I'll put links on my webpage.
Beautiful.
And
thanks, Roger.
No, you guys are doing an awesome job. JP, you're doing an awesome job too.
I love you.
I want to marry you.
Yeah.
Don't get all gay on my ass.
Damn it. Roger, thank you.
They're both bald.
Roger,
Serious, guys.
From Drake's Brewing Company, I really appreciate that. That's very nice of you.
No, you guys are the ones that are doing it. You should be clapping to yourselves.
I will tonight when I get home.
Yeah, JP's he did that before he got here, and again when he gets home.
How about one of them cans?
That's actually very cool.
You know what? Beer Pal is all over things. He was the one to chug a beer with us.
Oh, cool.
And he was the first one to shout out that I'm wearing a pearl necklace tonight.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
How did he know? He's not even here.
No, the webcam.
Was that not a prize?
All right, that's for
That
Beer
was
Pal.
a prize.
That
That
was a
shirt
prize.
right there, Beer Pal. You get a Drake shirt, and I mean it when I say we miss you and love you, Beer Pal. You're awesome, and stop swimming so damn much so you can go do some.
Beer Pal, call me. I miss you, baby.
Ozzy misses you. I have the latest Oz number in front of me. If you guys want to play Guess What Oz Blew, and Doc is handing me origami dildos.
It's golden.
Why is that in alpha, Justin?
It's a golden dildo.
That's life size for a Doc.
The man can do everything. It's absolutely
I just formed it.
It's about an inch and a
Chicken
half
boy.
bigger than what you have.
How you feeling about your anniversary party, Chicken Boy?
Having a good time drinking beer. See you night, everybody. I love you all. I love
John, my brother.
Okay, we've got some games to get to. We got a lot of things to give away, and I want to get it moving and give some stuff away to some good people.
Let's do it.
I also want to say Michael Burke, my producer from the Free FM show, just came in, and he's the guy who made that whole thing kind of happen there. That's the man to thank right there. Really did some great audio for us for the 106.9 Free FM show. Michael Burke is my producer, and I couldn't have done the show without him. Thanks for that.
We got a right guess on Guess What Oz Blew, actually.
You have the number as well?
I do have the number as well.
So, who is the guesser?
The guesser is Reluctant Peninsulan.
Oh, Reluctant Peninsulan was supposed to be down here because he's out in the peninsula, that sissy. I almost don't want to give him a prize.
He's reluctant.
What's he sorry?
He's reluctant.
He's reluctant. Who knows? Things happen. So he actually guessed exactly the right number?
He guessed 2.11.
It's 0.211.
He guessed 2.21.
Oz just blew 0.211.
Am I up or down?
You're down.
Down?
You're down.
You got to keep up, brother.
You're down, Oz.
Really?
You look drunker, but you're down.
I've got to fix that, don't I?
I have faith in you that you will, as a matter of fact.
You see these three beers right here?
Yeah, Jamil's
if you drink those,
you'll be right back on track.
What three beers?
Jamil's not only good at brewing, he's good at distributing beer and making sure that everybody's having a good time. I like that.
Reluctant is happy about his prize, and he said,
Jamil.
and this is a quote, Free FM rocks.
Yes, it does.
The Free FM is a kick-ass station, and he's absolutely right about that. That's cool. I like that he said that. 106.9 Free FM, the other show that we do. I got this shirt to give away to the audience right here. Oz won.
Jamil just touched us something.
Oz is taking his shirt off.
It was like a storm of hair and pale skin.
And it was beautiful.
Stripping already. I don't know. We got something.
It was holy.
It's a nice shirt. Something's got to happen for the shirt.
I gotta go now. I can't believe I just saw that.
Yeah, Sean can't.
What about the first man-man kiss?
Oz actually just kissed.
You know, it wasn't that bad.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, open mouth.
Oz just kissed Sean.
Open mouth. It's not disgusting if it's okay.
It's not gay.
It's actually only disgusting because they're both so ugly.
But together they're pretty.
Yeah, it's very nice stuff.
I saw no tongue in that.
I got a shirt to give away, and I want to know how to do it.
For the audience here?
Yeah, because we gave the one to the chat room, and don't worry, we got more to give to the chat as well. But I'd like to give out some things to people here, and I'm not quite sure what we should do to give it away. You know?
Maybe we should give it to somebody who remembers our first show.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea.
I remember your first show.
Well,
Okay. Listeners in attendance.
Listeners here on this site.
Here is the question. Didn't we do this question one time for one of our one of our contests? That's all right.
What question do you have in mind?
Well, if it's about the first show, we're going to have to go with something like, who was the first?
How about when did the first show ever air?
Okay. What was the date of the first Brewcast to ever air on the Brewing Network? So you have to be a listener, I'm sure, to know it. I see a few of you out there.
Oz does not qualify.
The date of Oz, you don't qualify, buddy. Yeah, you have more. We've given you an entire wardrobe.
You owe me 3 shirts, bitch.
It's true, I do.
Oz, give the mic to Afro.
Any listeners? I'll even give it to a brewer if you want to wear another different.
June 4th.
No, it was not June 4th.
You suck.
Any other listeners who would like to know the... It was not June 7th either. The first...
No.
The date of the first Brewcast back in 2005. It was 2005, right?
Yes.
I have nothing to say.
I thought this year was 2005.
Sean just wants a microphone. He has nothing to say into it.
Does anybody know that?
Oz just tried to kiss me full on the mouth. I think that says everything about Australia right there.
Well, it's a happy place. What can you do?
He didn't only try, Sean. He did it.
And I loved it.
What was the date of the first Brewcast of the Brewing Network?
I'll give it to the chat room if they are guessing it before.
They know it.
Give it to the first person who said it in the chat room. We
What's
got
the
other
date?
prizes to give away. Do they know it? You know the date. Do you have a listener who says it? Who said it?
June 21st.
No.
Wrong.
I heard somebody yell it out there. Right there.
The guy with the
June 5th, 2005. That's it, June 5th, 2005. That's a Drake shirt. Oh, sorry, I thought you were looking at me. You just won a Drake shirt, my friend. Nice work. The man who also made the Dr. Scott soundboard for us, hanging out, just sporting a Brewing Network shirt, just won a Drake's Brewing Company shirt. So, hey, good for you. He knew the day. June 5th, 2005 was the first Brewing Network Brewcast. And
Ever.
Feels like it was just a year ago
Does it?
that we did that very
Feels like
first show.
15 years ago.
Okay, hey Justin.
Yes, sir.
We got another Australian here. We got Harry, who's actually he's from Australia.
Okay.
He's been living here for a long time. He's a long-time Barker's regular, which is a tap bar in the East Bay.
Yeah, great bar.
And these guys are it's like Oz and Harry here are kind of like bonding,
like soulmates. You guys are like Australian soulmates. Harry, how are you?
I've got a confession to make. I'm an Australian.
Yeah. That's your whole confession?
I love a sunburnt country.
Country. It's a great country that you come from, absolutely. And Barclays is your
Just getting back from that state you took over years ago from Hawaii last night. And
one of many that we've taken over.
They sold it to us. We didn't take it over.
For a week to go and
they sold it
around
to
on
us.
the
It was a discount. But we definitely bought.
Typical penal colony.
I'm sorry, Harry. What was that?
The webcam hopefully is still working for you folks. You can definitely see lots of people hanging out and having beers here at the 21st Amendment anniversary party. More Australians in one room in the United States that should ever be allowed.
This has become the...
So shall we go on and play some more games?
Yeah, we've got a game here called Guess the Brewcaster.
Guess the Brewcaster.
Now, we've always done Guess the Brewer.
Wrong.
That's JP and I's favorite game.
That's true.
This one is actually Guess the Brewcaster. And what happened was Oz and JP did a real good job of this and put it together. And they've interviewed the 4 original brewcasters, Daniela, myself, Doc, and John. And we've answered their rigorous questions. They were very probing. And then they asked a lot of questions, too. And I have all those answers in front of me. So what we're going to do is we need to get a couple of listeners, I think, over here on the microphone.
Okay.
And actually, I think Jameel could play, too, because Jameel didn't get interviewed. So why don't you play Guest the Brewcaster with us?
Sure.
And Jameel, you can play for somebody in the chat room so we can give one of the prizes away to them. So the first person in the chat room to yell Jameel, and by yell I mean put exclamation points in capital letters, Jameel will play for you. And let's see.
Would that be Mrs.
We need
Oz?
some other people over here to play Guest the Brewcaster. I need some listeners.
Oz asked me these questions in front of my wife.
How about Crazy Jack?
So all your answers are biased.
This guy?
He's not a long-time listener. No, you'd probably be hurt for it. We could maybe if we could get someone to run the camera, maybe Crazy Jack could play guest the Brewcaster.
Yes, Crazy Jack is now manning the webcam, everyone, just so you know that.
We get him to play.
We need a mop over here so we don't get electrocuted by beer.
Somebody else. I guess you don't even have to know us. You just could take a good guess. Hey, Eric, come over here for a second. You're going to play guest the Brewcaster with us.
I beat Gucci.
Come on down, Eric.
Now, where's Gooch?
Gucci's sitting there at the back playing with his vagina.
I like the way he says vagina.
Vagina, mate.
Daniela, go ahead.
I'm just giving you some feedback from the chat room while we're waiting on the players for this game.
Okay.
It's our beloved listener, Wichita Brewer.
Wichita Brewer,
and
yes.
I'm going to quote what he just wrote to us.
Okay.
Justin is a new Papazian.
Yes, he is.
He is working to make as much of an impact on the home
Are you guys ready for some props?
That's unbelievable.
I would like to get a stream of people in here that would like to give you mad props for what you're doing.
Hang on, I would totally. Give me one. I just don't want to cut off the chat room because the chat room. Go ahead.
Okay.
Unless you were done, that's fine.
No.
The
chat room is stroking.
The chat room, if they want to say something, I would like to let them speak.
All right, and so Justin is a new Papazian. He is working to make as much of an impact on the home brewing world as Papazian did with starting the AHA.
Yes, he is.
And then he's just saying some stuff about me, but that's what he thinks about you.
What does he say about you?
Well, he says just thank you for supporting him, Dee, because I know that no good man exists without a good woman supporting.
That's true. That's true. That's Wichita. That's insane. Thank you very much. The Brewing Network, we're at least trying to get out some good information and build a community here. Roger, I'm sorry to cut you off. Just Daniela was. Do you have brewers that you want to give the microphone, or we just want to because we can do this guest the Brewcaster first if we want to. Lots of people around here, folks. I'm trying to bring it all to you. You're on, Doc.
I'd like to say a little something. My 9-year-old said, "Daddy, why do you have to go there?" Well,
every Sunday
they got beer
because Daddy's famous. There's going to be a people from all over the world going to be listening and going to be there. Daddy's famous.
Well, I think that what happens is that people love Daddy's information.
But my 9-year-old always has to know who's better, who's worse, who's more famous. And he says, of all the brewcasters, Daddy,
Daniela,
who is the most famous?
Daniela.
And I had to say Justin.
No, Daniela.
Bullshit.
Daniela.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that's I call bullshit.
Doc, I'm calling bullshit.
No, because Justin is the glue. He's the glue man.
I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah. Justin is like the sticky stuff.
He is the sticky stuff. He left here to test us.
I just produced sticky stuff.
But
sticky stuff, yes.
My son said, who's the most famous? And I said, we're all pretty famous, and my son does not let that go. He said, no, who's the most famous? And I had to say Justin.
Bullshit.
Of all of it.
I'll tell you.
That's what I said.
I kissed Justin. It must tell you something.
Jamil gave me a kiss. The first night Doc came in, or Oz came in, we were all hanging out and drinking, and Jamil it was a very quick. It was a nice moment. It was really quick. Jamil doesn't linger on like nice moments. Put his arm around me.
A little bit of tongue, not a lot.
Put his arm around me. He was sitting next to him. He said, "We're proud of this kid," and gave me a kiss on the cheek. It was actually pretty damn cool. The Pope was like, "We're proud of this kid," and that was pretty damn nice.
Jamil's good.
That was cool.
Jamil's good. He doesn't kiss like Daniela.
No, Daniela kisses.
I'm sorry.
And she is definitely the most famous brewcaster. Sean?
So, you've talked about him before on your show before. Motor is in the house.
Motor. And
he just wants to come up right now, maybe take Oz's mic away from him for a second.
Give it to Motor. Okay.
He's the as you said it before, he's the only non-retarded regular at the 2-1-A.
I've got to say, before we go on with this,
straight from the
Motor is the only guy bigger than me in this bar.
And and trying to kiss as well.
He's hot.
Motor is the only guy bigger than
and you know what?
What is it with the Aussie and the full mouth
That's not a small
kissing?
feat.
There's nothing wrong with that. He's just a happy guy. Lots of kissing. Motor, since you're there, because I would like to talk to you, I'd like you to play Guess the Brewcaster as well.
Okay.
Okay, so you might as well pull up a chair if you want to and hang out a little bit with us. Oz spilling beer all over himself, which is a nice thing to see.
At least it's on himself.
Alcohol abuse is alive and well.
We're up in this loft at the 21st Amendment, so you folks at home know what's happening. 21st Amendment is a really big kind of restaurant. They got a bar downstairs, tons of seating area, and then upstairs they have this full loft for us, and that's where the whole Brewcaster party's hanging out right now. And I'm getting a little nervous about what the weight capacity of the loft is, because there's a lot of people up here right now.
It's getting a little steamy.
We
up
might
here,
come
too.
crashing down and end up in the fryers ourselves. I don't know how that's going to work, but just a little vision of what we're dealing with here. Motor, you've listened to a few brewcasts in your life, huh?
Yes, I have.
Just a couple. I did a mention of Motor not too long ago because I went to the Anderson Valley Brewfest, and the only Brewfest attendee that wasn't a brewer that I could get a good interview out of was actually Motor. And it wasn't because he was sober or anything. It wasn't. No. It doesn't do that. Motor's
wait.
He's a good
sober?
Yeah, exactly. But he's what we like to call a good drinker, and just has a lot of fun, and that was cool. So I'm glad to see you here, Motor.
I'm glad to be here. I heard there was a party down here, and I heard the 21st Amendment was a good place. I've never actually been here before.
Okay.
So I figured I'd come down and check it out.
Yeah, Motor's never been here before last night, and the night before, and the night before that, and the night before that. Okay, so who's playing? Jamil's going to play Guest the Brewcaster.
Jamil is going to play Guest the Brewcaster.
Motor, you're going to play Guest the Brewcaster. Eric Beer, you're going to play Guest the Brewcaster.
Eric is wearing the BN hat.
I got the hat.
The official Jane hat. Made by another great listener, very cool guy. Linux Elf, one of our forum users. His wife makes these very cool Jane hats, and that's what...
I'd like to know just where this hat's been.
And
well, you don't want to know it.
The beauty about these hats is everybody looks good in this hat.
It really is an amazing hat.
It is an amazing hat.
It subtracts 10 pounds.
At least.
It adds color to your complexion.
It's just beautiful.
It's really an amazing thing. So, to be honest, I don't know how this game is going to go. I think it was a fun idea to play Guess the Brewcaster, and it's basically some of you will have to know who we are to guess them, but other ones you might be able to just pick them out. So, the Brewcasters that you're guessing, contestants, and Roger, you'll go ahead and be in on this too. You're hanging out here. The Brewcasters that you're guessing are myself, Daniela, John, and Dr. Scott. So it's just those four people, and you interviewed too? No, you didn't. I only have four here. I got me. That's me.
My answers are written in parentheses right after your answers because there was no more room.
Oh, I see. Okay, so we can guess JP too.
JP's answers are in crayon.
So there are 5 Brewcasters, including JP. All right, Jamil, you got that too? You're guessing. What I'm going to do...
Scott, you, Daniela, John, and JP.
Yes. And I will give you the question and the answer and see how well you folks know your Brewcasters.
I know you guys like
some of this
inside of my underwear.
Beautiful. And some of you aren't even going to want to know this stuff. I hear there's nice yeast inside your underwear, by the way.
Yeah.
It saved
I'm sorry,
Uganda.
Bill. What was that?
Okay. Here we go. Maybe we'll start out slow, and there's no points. We should have them get the buzzers. I don't know. What are we going to just have them guess
they just can yell in their names.
Okay.
And
yell your name. You're
but
going to say...
who are they playing for? Just some people in the chat.
Motor's playing for himself.
I'm playing for a crippled child in New Jersey.
Wonderful. I know that kid, and he's a good kid.
Sorry, Motor's doing what?
Playing with himself.
1999 called.
Eric, you can play for yourself, too. I'd be happy to give you some nice prizes. Jamil's the only one playing for a listener, and I said who. You have the listener, right? First one to yell Jamil in the chat room. I said it a while ago. You're going to have to scroll back up and look for it. It's there.
Can I
know
play
it's there.
For a listener?
Yeah, you want to play for a listener, too? First one to yell Roger in the chat room. That's who Roger's playing for. So we'll go back and find that out. Okay, you guys ready? You're going to yell your names if you know who the Brewcaster is. Roger, you know your name, right?
All right.
That's a lost cause.
Roger.
Perfect. All right, so Roger's ready to go. Okay, this Brewcaster, the question. The first style of beer that this Brewcaster brewed was a malty brown ale. Roger, go ahead, please.
I don't know.
Anybody else want to buzz in? The malty brown ale. Pope Jamil, go ahead, please.
I would go with John Plisse.
No, that's not correct. The first beer that this brewcaster
Can I answer
brewed
now?
was a malty brown ale.
Eric.
Not yet.
Roger.
Eric, go ahead.
I'm going with Dr. Scott.
No, not Dr. Scott. Motor,
Justin.
you want to
Justin.
take it? He didn't even hear because Oz, why'd you take it away from Motor? You got to give that stuff back to Motor. Oz's fame is getting to Oz's head. He's stealing microphones and headphones. I'll give you the chance since you had it stolen. The
I'm going to
first.
step out on a limb right now.
Hang on. Motor, go.
Motor, Justin.
No.
I'm going to go with Daniela.
Yeah, that last
All right.
actually nobody said JP. You had a 50-50 chance.
You were making
Daniela's
the one
first
box
beer was a malty brown ale.
No, that was my second batch. My first batch was a malty brown ale. The second batch was a blonde ale that we're drinking right now.
I remember.
Touche.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
I
Okay.
never got to taste that.
So what do I win?
Nothing.
Do I win a drink
Wasn't very good.
You get to sit closer to me.
Daniela, let's go points here. Roger gets 1 point. We'll go 1 point per answer. We'll keep it simple. Because I could say like 3 or 7 points, but that wouldn't be simple. And
By the way,
I can hardly count in multiples of 1.
Justin, that's a really nice hat you have on.
Thank you. Okay.
Keep moving. The next question.
The stupidest thing that has come out of this brewcaster's mouth on the air.
Roger. Dr. Scott.
Is everything about chickens.
Jamil, Hope.
Go ahead, Jamil.
Chicken Boy, John.
Chicken Boy. Anything that has to do with chickens was all stupid things that came out of Brewcaster John's mouth. That's
Yeah.
1 point for Jamil.
I got
Jamil,
it.
fuck you, man. You're going down.
Okay.
All right.
I'll do the same question. The stupidest thing that has come out of this brewcaster's mouth on the air is...
Motor, Dr. John.
Roger. Justin. Right now.
Vigorously.
Hope.
Go ahead, Jamil.
Beautiful brewcaster Daniela.
Daniela said vigorously, which the rest of us who know how to speak English know that that's vigorously.
The word is vigorously.
Wait, what did you say?
Vigorously.
That's another
What does that
point.
mean?
That's another point for the Pope. Okay. This brewcaster lost their virginity at the age of 15.
Pope.
Go ahead, Pope.
Oh, that's
Justin.
That is correct. I was
that'd be
15-year-old
no
hoodlum.
one. No one.
Now, Tricky Baba.
And I practiced safe sex and I was drunk.
Who was
We're going
that?
to need proof on that
What
one.
does it mean?
No, 1 point for whom?
Jamil.
Was it a guy or a girl?
Great.
Oh.
It's irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant. Jamil.
But the question is, what were you drunk on?
I don't know.
Coors Light?
I'm pretty sure it was actually no. That
Keystone?
would have been high class. It was either Keystone or Natty Light.
Boots Farm.
You can be sure.
Right on.
This brewcaster confessed. The question was, how many times a day do they masturbate?
Oh, I called that one.
The answer.
Wait a minute, I thought I was going to be included in the sentence.
The answer
that would be
was.
Sean, like 5.
The answer was, what time is it now?
Oh, I know that. I've got to know this one.
Eric, go ahead.
Got to be JP.
No, actually,
Oh,
not
come
JP.
on.
Pope.
Oh.
Go ahead, Pope.
Don't say it's the dentist. Don't say it's the dentist.
Justin.
No, it was not me. I just want to chime in there.
I know who it is.
Well, what time is it?
Okay,
I'm gonna go with-
Daniela.
Who chimed in there? Anybody? No, it was
Yeah,
not
I'm
Daniela.
going with Daniela.
No, it wasn't
It's
Daniela.
Dr. Scott.
It was Dr. Scott, but I'm not giving it to you because you already guessed
No
it.
point.
No points
Dude,
for the Pope.
you are so not working on my
It's either
teeth.
Justin or Dr. Scott, you know.
Dr. Scott is actually ambidextrous.
Wow. It'd be like,
Question.
That's disgusting.
Okay. The dumbest thing ever done by this brewcaster while intoxicated
Roger.
was
Justin.
they took a bath naked in a fountain in front of their university. Bathing naked in a fountain. Jamil?
Daniela.
That was Daniela.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's the answer
Anything
to
that's
that.
hot, it has to be
Daniela, you
So
German vixen.
What happened?
I was just getting hammered with my friend, my very good male friend, and we were just getting naked in front of a young university, and we decided to take a bath.
These things are common in
I
Europe.
have no. I can't even count how many times that's happened to me.
Zero?
Getting drunk with my male friend.
In a fountain.
Your male friends?
All right.
Look at that! Our Bavarian friends are just coming in the lederhosen.
Oh, we've got real Germans wearing lederhosen walking into the 21st Amendment in San Francisco. We're going to have to webcam that when they get up here. They're actually wearing.
Can someone call me a cab?
German lederhosen. They're fresh off a flight. I'm going to do one more question. One more Guess the Brewcaster, and then we'll find out who our winner is. Let's see. Okay. If deserted on an island, or for that matter in a radio station, this person would like to have with them these two things. David Hasselhoff and Mein Kampf.
Daniela.
Roger gets a point. It was Daniela. That's disgusting.
By the way, 1988 called. They want David Hasselhoff.
They want their Hasselhoff back. Daniela only wants to be stranded with. I got this. Good. Only wants to be stranded with Hasselhoff.
David is hot.
Roger just got a point for that. Who is our winner of Guess the Brewcaster?
Jamil.
Who was his contestant?
Code Right and Fool.
Code Right and Fool. What are we going to give to Code, Daniela? You've got the prize list. Let's give him something nice for Jamil winning.
Guess the Brewcaster is hops.
Hops?
4 bags of hops.
4 bags?
Of different hops.
All 4 of them?
Are they 44
Just going to give them all to him?
No, absolutely.
He deserves it. And they're 4 ounces each, I think. Code, you just want a whole bunch of
4 ounces.
Code, my buddy.
4 bags of 4 ounces each. That's very cool. I'm looking now at actual Germans fresh off the plane from Germany wearing lederhosen. They flew all the way out here just for the Brewing Network anniversary party. That's a very cool thing to see.
Justin is actually speaking truth.
I'm not lying. If people think I make this stuff up. I would like to give the microphone for just 1 second. My boss at 106.9 Free FM has come out to say hello to us.
Is that the one that doesn't drink beer?
Kim Possible, it's nice to see you here. How are you today? Are you hammered?
I'm pretty hammered.
You're going to be could you make it for our Drunk of the Week this week, you think, Kim?
I'm probably Drunk of the Week, and there are so many choice words that I would say if I could actually hear what I was saying right now.
But you can't.
But I can't hear.
We can hear. Motor's going to give you headphones, and then you can hear everything. Kim from Free FM.
Hey, how are you?
CBS Radio
we're right here,
professionals over here on the air with the Free Network.
You gotta do your deep radio voice.
I don't mind being fucked up every once in a while.
Kim's just happy that she can curse on the air with the Brewing Network.
Yeah, because even when I wanted to, I couldn't.
You couldn't before, of course not.
And you know my story, so...
She's going to blow into the breathalyzer right now. I won't hold it against you when we get back to CBS.
Why is that hot?
Thank you for coming out, Kim. That's totally awesome. Well, I will let you know what Kim just blew. She blew... Oh, that's not... Kim, you're fine.
Oh, yeah, that's very... She gets so
you are able to watch...
0.11. 0.11. Is what you just blew. Not bad, not bad. You got a little work to do.
0.11 is actually over...
She keeps drinking water between pints of IPA.
Awesome. All right, so we're done with Guess the Brewcaster, and
you know what we gotta give away?
What?
1 bag of Amarillo hops.
Okay. Woo-woo! How are we gonna do that? What do you want to do?
Guess what Oz blew?
Okay, we're gonna do our final Guess what Oz blew.
The answer is not Justin.
Punch him in the punch Oz in the stomach there. We're gonna do our final guess. Oz right now is molesting poor Chris White. The guy came here for a nice party, and Oz won't leave the guy alone. He's hanging all over him. He's kissing him. Leave Chris White alone, Oz. Asking him for a job. Please, I don't want to be in Australia anymore. I want to come live with the Brewcasters. All right, Oz, come over here. I need to figure out what you've blown lately. This will be our final Guess What Oz Blew, and we're getting to the end of our show here, everybody. We're going to just give away everything that we have a good time, and thank everybody. I just have a couple of things left to do. But please grab him by the arm. Tell him to shut up and get over here, please. Anybody. Just grab him. Get over here, Oz.
Just grab his ass.
Okay, we're doing the last...
he can barely walk.
Guess what Oz blew. Oz, I hardly even want you to talk into the microphone at this point. I just want to figure out what kind of alcohol content we've got going on.
We're talking yeast.
I fed him a couple of IPAs out of the can.
What, E-A-S-T?
Fucking yeast with Chris White. Okay.
So I'm imagining it's more than
Gotta
.211.
You think that's what it was the last time?
Because I gave him a couple IPAs after that because he was being a pussy. I'm sorry.
For what
He
it's
let me
worth,
down.
Jay-Z gave me Coca-Cola.
For what it's worth, he's actually falling asleep on the microphone.
Nah, he looks good, actually. He looks drunker than he was the other night.
I always look good.
Okay. So Jamil's getting the breathalyzer ready, and we're going to do our final Guess What Oz Blue. And we've got a prize for this, a nice 4-ounce bag of the very hard to get sometimes Amarillo hops, the coveted and hard to get Amarillo hops. Coming to you guys in the chat room. If you can guess what Oz Blue, I'll give it to you, the closest person. I might let somebody around here guess too, but I'd like to give it to one of you listeners at home because you've been awesome to us. And it's Amarillo hops, 4 ounces of it, donated by Beer and More Beer, morebeer.com, a very cool company that's always helped us.
Hey, Justin, can we actually donate some Summit hops as well?
That would be great.
Drake's will donate, a pound or whatever.
A pound of Summit hops
to whoever wins.
To give away, okay.
Because we talked about the Summit hop beer before.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's.
That's great. Okay, so now not only are you getting 4 ounces of the coveted Amarillo, but you're going to get the Summit hops for the beer that Roger was talking about. It's a big win here for Guess What Oz Blue. So Jamil's still getting the breathalyzer ready for us. The problem is that it's not used to getting used 50 times in a night.
Yeah. Well, and your boss was kind of sloppy.
She spit all over it.
Yeah.
Damn you.
All right, we're ready. Oz.
Okay. Oz. What? Now leave them there. Just hand that to...
I've got it.
So breathalyzer going over to Oz. Chat room. Please put in your guesses right now.
Oh, he's got Neva next to him.
What Oz Blue? And that's what we're going to find out.
Neva would make any man forget about anything else.
And ladies and gentlemen,
forget about anything else.
He's blowing like there's no blowing.
Okay.
Plus, she knows so much about you.
It's not turned on.
You need to turn the breathalyzer on.
You were too slow.
Let me see.
Pass it this way.
All right, someone apparently is a dumbass.
Pass it back to Jamil, or Jamil, if you can run over here and get this thing working.
No, it's on now.
Okay. It's our last chance to do this. We only have a couple of things left to do here, and we're gonna say.
I will go first.
Okay, guess we're
calibrated.
No, don't, Roger. Please don't, because it takes 10 minutes in between every time that happens. You got to give it to Oz, because I got to finish this game so we can give away these awesome prizes.
Hey, I'm losing the chat here, so do it
Oz.
quickly.
Try.
So when I did that .324,
didn't count.
A meeting of the minds over there.
Jamil still working. I'm going to drop it in a second. We'll see if we can get it working. I might just give it away for some other prize.
You think that really good.
What are we doing
right now? Do it.
Trying to wrap things up. Our good friend from Germany, Latte.
Yeah, Latte. Welcome back.
He's fully fledged in German Lederhosen. He just got off of the airplane. He just flew in from Germany.
And actually,
he's wearing Lederhosen.
He brought something very valuable, which I want to give the word to you now.
Okay.
Very good.
It's here now.
It's here. Well, Nathan is still getting it from the car, but Latte brought it from Germany. He flew it in today just for this specific purpose.
All the ones that we need?
All the ones that we need.
Okay. All right, let me do that then. Jamil, I'm going to need Dr. Scott to pay attention for a second. Get your headphones on. And hang out with us here for just a second. The Germans, being so kind, they literally just got off of the airplane, barely made it through customs, as I understand, and probably because of how they're dressed. Latte, nice to have you. Welcome to the Brewing Network. He's got to get some headphones on him so that he can hear what's happening. Latte, welcome, direct from Germany to the Brewing Network anniversary party. How are you?
Net Lederhosen.
Yeah. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, Net Lederhosen.
Go ahead.
That's original clothes from our country.
Wearing the original, traditional outfit for usually is it just for Oktoberfest or all for other things too?
No, it's mostly for such events like the Oktoberfest, but you can wear it all time.
And the Folsom Street Fair.
You wear it to church or for weddings or for stuff like that. Just celebrations in general.
Sie sind heiß.
Now, I got a note, Latte, from Daniela. I don't know if it's true. She said that you'd be willing to do a Bavarian performance for us in the Lederhosen.
Yes, we want to do this.
Yeah.
But later on, I think.
Oh, later
so we need a
right
time
now.
to...
Okay.
Are you saying Lederhosen?
Then we might just have to film it and put it up on the website later then. That's what we'll do. It'll actually be more entertaining at that point then, too.
That's great.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Latte, welcome and thank you. And I actually can't wait to drink some great beer with you in just a little.
Sure.
All right. So we're going to film later on for you folks at home a true Bavarian performance.
Oh yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Isn't heiß.
Listen to Jamil for a second. Jamil.
Jamil.
And Doc. Are they putting in their guesses for Oz?
They are.
That's good. Let's do it real quick. What did they guess?
They guess. 0.261, 0.25, 0.28, 0.265, 0.261, 0.27, 0.27, 0.261, 0.25.
Okay. Jamil, what did Oz blow?
My brother Oz has been a real wimp. 0.199.
Dropping. Who's the closest?
Oz is a pussy.
Oz is obsessed. Who's the closest, Daniela, please?
I don't know yet. It's going to scroll down again, you know.
I'm embarrassed.
Okay. Whoever's the closest, they're going to be our winner of all those hops. Okay, I got to do a couple of things real quick, and we're going to be wrapping things up here real soon. Jamil and Dr. Scott, I need to do something very special. Daniela and I have arranged this for you too. If anybody has donated the most time and really, Dr. Scott, as you folks know, joined the Brewcast for our very first one, actually as a guest to help us kick things off. And we liked him so much, and he was so good at it, and such a great addition to the homebrew community that not only could we not let go of him, we didn't even have to beg him to stay. He was so generous that he had a good time, and he believed in what we were doing as well, and has become not just a brewcaster, but my right-hand man in the entire Brewing Network thing. He hung out with us for the long haul. He shows up virtually every Sunday. He's got a full family at home, just like a lot of you listeners do. And I know it's hard for you to spend as long as you do every Sunday night with us. And we appreciate you doing that, and we appreciate Doc doing that, coming away and spending 4 or 5 hours every Sunday with the Doc. We could not, and I mean this. Here's what I mean to say. Above all, Doc, the show and what we do, I wouldn't do it without you. I just wouldn't. And it wouldn't be the show without you. I wouldn't do it. Thank you.
We love you, Doc.
I always think of it as cool. You let me show up again, and I get to do it again. They're putting up with me one more time. I just appreciate just even being part of this whole TBN thing.
Well,
I don't look at it as like you're happy I'm here. I'm happy that you let me be here.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr.
That
Scott.
means a lot, and I know that the listeners understand what it is that you do here. The show's just not the same with the amount of information that you give. We've had this imported for you, Dr. Scott. We didn't buy this at the BevMo. This hasn't been sitting on a shelf in some warehouse from some import company. They actually don't even import this beer. We know that you love Helles. This is Augustiner Helles, directly from Munich. Our friends who just flew in, we asked them to bring this for you as a token of our thank you for doing the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Scott.
Thank you very much, Dr. Scott. The great Dr. Scott.
This means so much to me.
The great Dr. Scott.
You had beer flown in for me. That is just so cool.
Actually,
and yes, Helles is my favorite.
Jamil Zainashev, another person who was a guest on our show. We asked him to come and give some great homebrew information. And the man believed in not only what we're doing, but really believes in the homebrew community and has this ethic about sharing information. He's pretty much the most award-winning homebrew ever. And really all he wants to do is keep giving that information out and make the rest of you kind of the great brewer that he can be too, and been giving that information out, donating time to us. If he's not in the chat room, he's in the studio. If he's not in the studio, he's helping me on the website. If he's not in the website, he's doing his own show. He comes down. He has obviously a full-time job, just like Dr. Scott, a family, and donates all the time. None of these people receive Doc, Jamil. They don't receive anything for their time except for what they get out of it personally. And again, I said it to Doc, and I'll say it to you, Jamil. We wouldn't be what we are if you didn't donate your time and your information to us. So on behalf of our listeners, and certainly John and Daniela and I, your show, The Jamil Show, and the input that you give us on the Sunday show are things that make the Brewing Network happen. So I want to say thank you. And we also had an Augustiner flown in from Germany for you. So enjoy that. Put it in your cold room. Put a mask on before you drink it as you open it. And the bottom line, you two, is that I can't say thanks enough.
Yes.
For everybody.
I'd like to say something about Jamil. Jamil asked me a couple of times to do his show for him, and the one thing he said to me was, I wouldn't trust anybody but you. Coming from him, there could not be anything better. So thank you, Jamil.
Well, my friend, you upstaged me because what I was going to say is, I get a lot of credit from a lot of listeners about, oh, you do this, you do that, oh, you're so wonderful, and thank you so much. And I don't know if, I'm sure Scott gets the same response, but, you do far more than I do, or at the minimum, you do as much as I do, and I don't think you get half the credit that I do. I don't know why I get so much credit, but I look at you and I say, my brother may be from a different mother, but my brother. I thank you so much, and I wouldn't trust any of what I do to anybody other than somebody who's so concerned about giving back to everyone else. Because where did you learn? Where did I learn? From the rest of the homebrew community. Let's kick it right back.
Yep, exactly.
That's
all we did was repeat what we learned.
You guys are great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
And thank you, Justin. I think I'm speaking for Scott at the same time. Okay. Thank you for providing a forum, for putting your money and John Felice's money on the line, and Daniela,
absolutely,
for giving you a place to live at the same time.
Sweet,
to provide this for everybody for free. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's our pleasure.
All we're doing is piggybacking on your hard work.
Yeah, I would say the opposite, but thank you.
No.
Thank you so much.
We're without you, we're nothing.
Thank you.
We're boobs without you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Justin.
He says that as he wears the Jane hat. I almost agree with you that you're a boob, but not really. But
it's a
almost.
sweet hat. I like it.
Nice.
Keeps my head warm.
Okay, Oz.
Makes me feel warm.
I was keeping. Did you have? You were looking at me like, you all right? You had to say something or not? You okay?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm always good.
All right.
It's
Oz
199.
is good. Everybody's good.
Pussy.
Everybody's good. Thank you so much. I think that do we have other giveaways? Because we could just start giving them away randomly. We're gonna wrap things up.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody's okay.
The Hennings say happy birthday, Brewing Network. You guys certainly rock. We love you.
Oh, very cool. Thank you to the Hennings. Thank you. Thank you to everybody in the chat room. Good fun. Really, this whole thing, a lot of love fest going on here. It's all about you listeners out there. The brewers realize that you participate. They realize that you tune in. They realize that you need this information. And it's about you guys, because we wouldn't, there'd be no venue to keep doing it if you didn't hang out.
I'd like to thank all the misses out there for bringing it strong for their husbands. Mrs. Henning, Mrs. Oz, Mrs. Doc,
Mrs. Boob,
Mrs. Boob, everybody that,
all the misses,
Mrs. that could bring it strong for their husbands to make this possible.
Cool stuff.
It's all cool stuff. We're all good. It's a good homebrew community. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. All right. I think we're about to say good luck and good night here real soon. Sean O'Sullivan of the 21st Amendment has been kind enough to have us here. He made us a TBN box. and we're going to give some of that stuff away. We could still do that. We'll bottle it up.
Yeah,
we could do it another show. And,
we'll can it or bottle it.
We'll be sending out some prizes to you listeners, and make sure that you get to experience this great party with us. There's still just a ton of people here hanging out and having a good time. Bub? Hang on. Go ahead, Bub.
I want to make sure that everybody that's listening right now remembers next time that we have a live show, call in.
Yeah, we could do a call.
Seriously. It's not these insiders. It's not an insider thing. You're not an outsider.
That's right.
Call in, ask the questions. It's a community service that we're putting on here, and we want to hear you.
That's absolutely right.
You know, the whole time this Love Fest has been going on here, I've been looking over at Justin with this SF Giants hat on.
Yeah, that's the Love Fest.
And he has but he has a little clown hat on top of that, and I kind of feel gay.
I'm a clown, and you should.
I don't think it's his hat that's making you feel gay, Sean. I think it's you just being gay.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, every Friday we prove that.
I want to say one more thing.
Hey, this is Radio Free Pacheco.
Do you guys remember that we have this brewer who has his 35th brewer's anniversary today? That was Zymergis, wasn't it?
Yeah, Zymergis has been homebrewing for 35 years on the same day.
Exactly, and he's going to get a bottle of Augustiner for that.
No kidding.
Yes.
You're going to send him an Augustiner.
I will sacrifice it.
Good.
The one that was supposed to be mine, and I'm going to give it to him.
I'll tell you the one he's not going to get
is yours, Doc?
It's mine.
35 years of homebrewing, Zymergis, one of our listeners. You're getting a bottle of directly imported today Augustiner Helles from Danielle. She's going to give that to you. Happy anniversary to you.
35 years and crazier than a shithouse right now.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
But I'll tell you, Zymergis, if yours doesn't make it to you, I will send you mine.
Stay tuned to the Brewing Network. I got a few good tunes for you. We're going to keep it going for about another 20 minutes, and then the broadcast will probably end on your end. We will put the archive up. Don't expect it tomorrow morning. I'm hoping I get the Jameel show to you tomorrow morning. I got to get the studio put back together before the Jameel show tomorrow morning, and we'll bring you more great brewcasting. It's been an awesome year. Definitely last and certainly not least, without the support of Daniela and the help that she's given in the chat room and the personality on the microphone and the person that people love to hang out with and really kind of changes up the testosterone fest that happens all over here.
That's wrong.
As well as the show wouldn't be the same without Doc. We couldn't do it without you and Daniela. Everybody at home, you guys already know it. That's why I kind of don't even feel like I have to say it. This show just doesn't really work without you doing your thing. So thank you for always being there and getting us going.
Thank you.
All right. So now it's time to get drunk and cry and hold each other and stuff like that, right? 2-1A IPA in cans, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm going to be drinking for the evening.
I'm going to huddle around the fat guys because they can't huddle me too well.
Don't worry about it, Sean. It's not shameless self-promotion. It's shameless promotion from a fan. 21st Amendment IPA.
Sean, we love your beer.
Sean's the one with the fat face on the can.
Can has nothing to do with it.
I love you.
It's a good vehicle.
I love you.
It's an awesome vehicle.
You guys remember our theme song?
Yeah.
I think it'll be Sean, the godfather of the can.
Are you talking to me?
I'm
talking to you.
You want a can? I got you a can.
The day of my show, of my anniversary.
I
got you a can. I will talk to you later, but a favor.
All right. Our theme song, and it's been this way for almost the entire time we've been broadcasting, was sent in by a listener. After it was only like our second or third show, and this listener said, "You know what? I got a song that I wrote about homebrew, and I'd like you guys to have it." Yeah. And we've used it as our. And by the way, artists don't do this kind of thing. They don't just give stuff away. Brewing Network users give this stuff away.
That's right.
Love to be generous.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So
it's good all the way around.
It's called Pale Ale is a Friend of Mine. It was given to us at the very beginning of what we did, and it's going to stick with us for the second year too. It's our official outro, and I'm not ready to let go of it.
Story.
It's it was sent in by most of the really good stuff that happens at the BN is listener stuff. It's been sent in by them. All the funny beer songs that we get
ain't us.
Sent in by them. It's certainly not our sense of humor.
The Doc sound snippet stuff.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
You should stay tuned for a couple songs after. The song right after our outro is actually Oz's official theme music. He brought his own theme music.
Down, mate.
That's it.
Tie the wall to be down.
That's going to be it right
Tawny kangaroo down. Sport. Tawny kangaroo down.
Oh, that's a good one.
Tawny kangaroo down.
I'm big and ugly in from Australia.
Good night, guys.
It's really been a great year for the Brewing Network, and we couldn't have done it without you. Thanks to everybody here at the 21st Amendment.
Awesome.
San Francisco. Thanks to all the brewers who have really contributed their time and prizes and information for us to give out to the home brewers. Most importantly, thanks to the listeners who've really stuck it out with us. We've had a few crappy shows, let's face it. We've had our ups and downs.
I think I was on most of them.
A few failures, and you guys have stuck it out and supported us. You've donated. You've bought shirts when we put them up. You've told all the brewers how much you love them. You've
gone out and bought their beer.
You've done it.
Yes.
So thanks to you guys. We did this show for you. I hope it was just a little something, a little token of appreciation. The Brewing Network is happy to give it to you. We're going to be around for another year, folks. We're going to be around for another... year. Year and a half. That's all I commit to.
Hey!
A year and 7 days.
One more time, yeah.
Maybe 5. We'll see you at the NHC in a couple of weeks.
That's right!
Dan Gordon on next week's show.
Next week with Dan Gordon.
Thanks, everybody. The Brewing Network.
Yeah, bringing it strong.
You guys rock.
Party on!
Yeah, I think I'll have me. Well, I'll have me one right now. Give me a wheat beer on a hot summer day. A bark will do me when the skies are gray. I'll take a Belgian brew anytime, and the women say the lamb is fine. But don't you give me that American crude, boys, I want a real home brew. Home brew, don't you really love it? That a home brew can't get enough of it. Home brew, it blows my